Welcome.
Welcome back. Well, that's my new thing. Episode 28.
Yes, sir. Episode 28. Sponsored by Top Tier Smoke Shop.
In partnership with Union Street Podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got Shawnee here.
You got Woo here.
Big Al in the back.
Yo,
That's where you supposed to come in at.
I just work here.
You back at it, right? And y'all see we have a new face.
We have a special guest today.
Who would you like to be called today?
I don't know if you wanted me to do the name, but the AKA. What everybody call you? What?
Y'all niggas should establish this before we started.
Yeah, right? No, it's just Will here.
We got Will here, man. Special guest Will.
Let's give it up for Will.
Let's give it up for Will being here. A very special guest. Our brother Will, man. This was a long time coming.
We had to wait till he was ready. He said he was
talked
ready.
about this, you know.
We appreciate you coming.
Very interesting man here today.
Conversation to come.
Yeah.
Interesting
Not
conversation.
the Dos Equis, man. Let's go.
So normally how we
Thanks
start
for
off,
having me, though.
we do a mental health check-in. So for the week, on a scale of 1 to 10, what was your mental health? 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. I'll start. This past week, I'll say like a 6.
Okay. They go to me? I'm supposed to go
There
Al
we
next.
go. Yeah.
Oh, regular shit, 6, bro.
Yeah. I would say
And
I
I'm
was-
actually having a good week too. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm about a 7.5, 8, bro.
Ooh.
I'm having a good week.
Shout out to Al for
November
that.
23rd.
We gotta boost these numbers up. Come on.
Yeah. I'm a 6, man.
November
I'm a 6.5.
23rd, 7:24 p.m. Al said 7.5.
Yeah,
8.
7.5, 8. I'm
I'm
about
higher than that. Remember that time I got some?
Yeah. He said it was a
Situation?
9. He said he got some ass, so it was a 9.
Oh, wow.
I'm about 6.5.
6.5.
Yeah, about 6.5, man.
Give me a 9, man.
Word.
Yes, sir.
I'm never letting mine drop lower than 8.
Nothing low to 8.
No.
I hear that. I understand.
Like that.
I like that.
So next
like
we
that.
do the positivity check-in. So it's going to be something you learned this week or something good that happened to you this week.
Okay.
I ain't learned shit.
Nah, no bullshit. I ain't learned shit either. I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't learned shit.
Crazy. Like I've been doing mad stuff, but it's just like all the same stuff I've been doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I don't think nothing good happened.
Nah, you
Nothing?
something good happened. You didn't think your sneakers was gonna come. They came.
Get out my brain.
What sneakers?
The ones she got on feet,
Oh, the
brand new
shadow
joints.
Nice.
They came in time for date
Brand new
night.
joints on the feet, brand new Jordans on the feet. You
It's
know,
regular shit though.
regular shit, brand new.
You got Bottegas on. You better shut up.
These is
We've been doing this shit for 28
Skechers.
weeks. We've been doing this shit for 28 weeks. I never saw you with the same shit twice.
Word.
That's crazy.
think-
That's fly
word,
shit right
word.
there.
I wear the same shit
She
twice.
on Woo about what he be
Word,
wearing.
be on me. I got on Skechers.
This is what niggas doing right now.
Nah, Woo
Bet.
different too though.
It's
I got on
up. I
Skechers.
have wore the same shit twice.
I
Alright.
did.
Same sweatsuits.
I almost wasn't here.
Yeah,
All
me
right.
too.
I'm so happy.
I got on
everybody.
Skechers
This
today.
is what
You
y'all
got
want to
on-
do today.
you know
I'm
what
so
I'm
happy.
We
I'm just
picking up
gonna
where we
pass
left
it
off
on.
at.
I'm just gonna ask our guests. Have you learned anything this week?
Yeah,
Or
pay
just-
your parking tickets.
Oh, yeah.
Don't let them lapse. Hurry up. They coming for you.
Wait, cause
Said pay your parking ticket.
Nah, 'cause
Shit,
I-
my
got-
shit
Anywhere in
was
Jersey, you
suspended.
cannot hide.
yeah, I got
Boy.
one yesterday.
I
My
had
shit suspended
about
right now.
$2,000 something dollars in tickets.
Oh, no, that's high.
Sweeper tickets though.
Pay him a walk. That's it. Pay him a walk. They are not
Said
playing.
pay them a walk. No, they ain't playing, yo. They
They're
gonna
not playing.
all that money
Excuse
that niggas got from COVID.
It's a
They getting that
scam.
shit back.
They gonna get it back.
They is
All
not
these
playing.
licenses.
They went from not being able to suspend your license with sweeper tickets to going back to suspending your shit with sweeper tickets. That's crazy. Nasty work. Episode 28. Y'all gonna see why we
It's gonna be a good
our special
episode.
guest. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a good episode.
We got Will.
Definitely gonna be a good episode.
We got our brother Will.
Yes, sir. He kind of quiet now, but he ain't quiet.
No, we can bring some good energy, man.
No,
Yes,
he
sir.
not quiet.
Because I talked to both of y'all, like
Yeah.
individually, together, like, nah, man, y'all pretty much got a good
But before we start, I want to give you your flowers, just for what you have been through, staying resilient, my fault, and how you have came out and what you are doing now with your life. We're going to get into that part, but before we start, I just want to
Yes,
give you your
sir.
flowers for not staying who you used to be and evolving into a way better person now in the things that you are accomplishing. So congratulations for that.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Shout out
I
to you, man.
appreciate it. I like what y'all doing too. And share it with the people. Get the information up. Let's go. Let's try to cure some people, man.
Y'all gotta pick this energy up, bro. Y'all like,
Please
like
do.
what's up? What's going on, bro?
It's woo.
How
Well,
is
matter of fact,
me?
it's 3 against 1 today.
'Cause I'm
so you know
calm.
what? I'm off my
See,
shit.
when I be calm and I ain't off my shit, then I'm wild.
Nah, y'all just triple team
I'm
me.
calm.
I don't like that
today.
shit.
I'm chill. I'm relaxed.
Don't worry, I got
Nah,
cookies.
you started off giving him his flowers. Go ahead, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Calm, relax, and
So-
you still fucking with them. See, cookies, popping shit on me.
You said we work for cookies.
Yeah, you fucking them cookies up too.
I couldn't wait to get here for the
Yeah.
cookies.
Nigga, you
fucking
in
them shits
charge.
up.
What you mean you work for
Yeah,
the
you
cookies?
the-
Anyway, come on. Let's focus on the guests, bro. Y'all niggas wild.
So we're gonna ask you some questions. It's gonna come from both of us.
Yeah,
So we're gonna ping pong it. So it's just not
wherever it take
one
us, it
person.
take us.
Yeah.
You
So
know what'd
who
be
you
a
can
good-
start because
you
I got
know,
cookies.
No, you know what would be a good thing to do though? Let him
Yes, boss.
let him introduce himself.
Yeah,
So he could tell us who he is, because a lot of times the way we see you and the way you see yourself might be different.
Might be different.
You feel me? So I feel like that'd be a good little thing for you to do, to introduce yourself to the people, to the millions of Shawnee Talks podcast listeners.
And this is why
This
he's
is why
the
he the
boss.
boss.
But you
I'm
go
not the
ahead. You
boss.
got the floor, my brother.
I got the floor.
Yep.
All right, what's going on, people? I'm Will, Pusshead Will, Ya. I don't know, man of many names. They just give it to me. I ain't choose them. I'm on a podcast with good people today, Shawnee Talks. I'm originally from Sellout Court, Union Street, Oak Forest, born and raised. Just a Jersey City guy, man.
you ain't just
I'm
that.
just a Jersey City guy, man. I'm a normal guy, man. I'm a normal guy.
A man of
Strive
many
to be
hats,
normal.
man.
Yeah, that too. But we gonna get into it.
Yeah, we gonna get
Let
into
y'all get y'all little section off with
it.
questions
We gonna
and
get
everything,
into
because I
it.
don't know what y'all got coming, man. I tell you, man. Like,
I like it that way.
Yeah, I
I
know.
like when they don't know.
I walked in the room and seen some cars on the table. I tried to get a peek, but she
know-
started moving kind of
Yeah,
quick. I
you know
couldn't-
what's funny?
You know what I'm saying?
When you called me and said he
Yeah.
was on your way,
Yeah.
I was running up on the hill. When I had called Wu to let him know, when I hung up, I was like, fuck.
You left the
I got to
cards on
get
the
back to
table.
the shop before Will so he don't see the questions.
Yeah,
and
I
he
forgot
came
you.
right in, and I saw him go to the back. I walked behind him and went like this. I scooped
You know
all
he'd
the
been
cars
back
out.
there fucking peeking.
I ain't even gonna hold you. When I first came in the door, I looked to the right. I seen him. I said, I just can't walk in there. I said, let me go to the car and get my food. I usually sit in there and eat. So I'm like, I'm gonna get it now.
Yeah.
I like when it's a surprise.
Came back with
It's
my
a
food.
surprise,
The cars
man.
was gone. I said,
I brung him right by me.
yeah.
Let's go watch Shador. Me and the cards.
Well, shout out to Shador, man. He got his first win today in the NFL. First NFL
and my boy
start.
doing good.
He doing good, man. Shout out to him.
So
Black
Kevin
excellence.
Stefanski, put some fucking respect on his name.
Black excellence. We're going to get into it, though, man. I think this is a good question to start off with, because you always tell me stories about, some things that you see on the road, some things that you experience. So, like we said, Will is a man of many hats. He drives trucks, but he drives trucks for himself, not meaning he has his own company. And, I mean, that's something that he endeavored in when he came home.
On operator. There you go.
So, he came home. He had a vision, and one thing I could say about you, Will, is everything you say to me, like, yo, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and you actually do it, which is hard for men these days. You know, I always say, you give out the best advice, but sometimes it's hard to put it into action. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I understand.
you put it into action. So you're a man that, you speak things into existence. You also put the footwork in, and you put everything that you said that you wanted to do into action, and definitely got it up and running. So the question I'm going to ask you is, have you ever had you won't believe this shit type of moment on the highway?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you had a lot of those.
Yeah. I'm saying,
I'm gonna ask him and answer it for him.
Because I know a couple.
nah, I was driving through Atlanta. So it's that 75, I-75, man. And it was like a night. It's always traffic there. I mean, like any time of day. I don't care. Any time
Yeah,
of
you
night,
know that
it's always
traffic
traffic.
fucked up.
Right, going through Atlanta, I-75. And it was a rig, 18-wheeler. And I probably was in the middle lane, right? I was moving over into the middle lane. And when I tell you that 18-wheeler starts moving to the right, going into that shoulder, no sooner than the guy pulled over, yo, it just engulfed in flames.
Yeah.
It just engulfed in flames. It just ignited. And when I mean it ignited so much, I don't know if it's diesel, if you had like a fuel leak or whatever. And this now probably like 2:00 in the afternoon. I had just took my 30-minute break, which I'll be stretching to like an hour and 40 minutes because I went to a Golden Corral. That's
Yeah, we ain't gonna get into your little adventures.
But I tell you, it looked like the guy was standing there trying to fan it out though, and I'm like, that's diesel fuel. I'm like out the window, like run, like move, like what are you doing? Like this is, but that was
One of
something
your
that
weird moments.
told me that, yo man, you got to be careful out here. You got these guys out here with 80,000 pounds, guys with 26,000 pound trucks. I drive a box truck, 26,000 pounds, right? Non-CDL, people get into it.
Yeah. We gonna get into that. Get them some information about that.
It was ugly though, but I thought the guy was gonna go with it. But it burnt that thing down like charcoal,
Damn.
quick.
I always seen it on like TV. I don't think I could see something like that like live. Some
Yeah,
shit going in
But
flames
not just
like
seeing it
that.
because you're gonna feel it because the heat was so intense that you could actually feel it.
Like in your truck?
Like yeah,
Damn. No, I
you
don't
could
see.
feel that. You could
I
feel
always
that.
tell people though that's a bomb on wheels.
Yeah,
That truck ain't nothing to play with, yo.
and I had another incident on I-80. I was coming from Denver, Colorado, coming back this way, actually going to Massachusetts, and I was just entering. Well, no, I was leaving, like crossing out of like Iowa, and I seen the truck just start leaning. It was a rig too. It just started leaning to that right side, and before you know, it just got swallowed up by the embankment. It was gone. It was like there
What you
1
mean?
second and just going. It overrolled, but it went down the embankment like off the side of the highway. You know how
Yeah.
you go down. It was like it was there. You blink like twice, and it was like, wasn't there a truck just right there? Truck went over.
What you think, he fell asleep?
I don't know what he did though, but I called for help for him too.
Yeah.
Though. I had to, and I'm like, this. I'm like, yo, it's real out here. It's real out here. It's a dangerous job, yo. And this definitely for all the people with the Prius and the Honda Civic. You're gonna win the race, but you're not gonna win that wrestling match though. Stop cutting in front of the trucks, man. It's either a Prius or a Civic, yo. It never fails.
He
Any
said a
color.
Prius or a Civic.
Yeah, man. But it gets dangerous though. But you want to make it back home, man. But that's two things for you.
Two of them things.
Yeah.
What you got, Shawnee?
So you did about 20 years in prison.
Yeah.
What was your mindset like throughout that time?
All right. So
Hold up, can I say something? Something for the people, because I messed up. So can you please give the right interpretation?
I'm gonna give it to you because I heard it. I said he got all the pieces in the box. He just ain't
I
put the
fucked it
puzzle
up.
together right. But I got you though. So I had a 18 year sentence in Jersey. It was with 85%. So I did 15 years, 3 months, and 19 days off of that. From December 1st of 2002 to March 20th of 2018. I came out, man. I was home for like a year and 9 days of that and got violated. It was one of them instances where you was like wrong place, wrong time. So that sent me back for the remainder of my parole time, which was 5 years. So that's how I come up to being like 20 years in just off of that right there. But a year and 9 days was just like like a flicking a piece of lint, like after being gone for so long though, and going right back in. But this is how I have my major adjustment period for myself though. I said I could never put myself back in that situation again where I couldn't even really stand up and defend myself like far as like in the system though, because like once they got you on a parole violation, you're done.
Yeah.
You're done. You really don't have no chances of coming back out off of that. And then I had a new charge, which was a gun charge. And it was like, nah, yeah, they're about to sit me down again. So I just sat back and was like, you know what? I need to get my shit together. I need to correct myself. And I did that. I did it. It was needed though. So some people say, oh, you ain't do 20 years, or you did this. Well, my mindset was like that though. Even though I came out for a year though. I came out and I just wanted to do everything I'm doing now. I wanted to do then, but you know I still had my little hiccups and stuff though. But they out now. They long gone, and I'm here today, and I'm gonna just keep it pushing, Shawnee.
So real quick, the second part of the question:
Let's go.
what was your mindset when you was actually sentenced to that time?
My mindset, I was still being tough as fuck. Like doing sentencing, my mom said probably didn't really change until I probably got like to my 12th year. So if you ask me what I was thinking when I got sentenced, I was thinking, yeah, whatever. I'm ready to go another round. Yeah, like it is what it is. Like it was still the same mindset that I had that led me to like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Being in jail though, sitting out here running around. I'm like, so I'm gonna see the same people in prison.
Right.
I'm going to prison. I'm gonna see everybody that I was seeing out in the world, and we gonna keep, which I said, the same energy.
Yeah.
We just gonna have it in the pen though.
Cause that
No,
shit like
seriously.
it's like
Just
a
gonna have it in
revolving
the pen.
door. You sit there and watch
Yeah.
people go home and then come back in. And you sitting there like, God damn, I wish I could get home because I ain't trying to come back. But you see the same people about 5 times, and you just
Yeah.
sitting there doing one bit.
Yeah, but now you like, so the penitentiary is pretty much like every person that you could think of that run the street, they all at the same place at the same time now.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't, oh, they 8 blocks up, oh, they 4 blocks over, oh, they 2 towns over. No, they in the mess hall, they in the yard, they on the tier with you. So, let's keep the same energy. You got to keep it now because you in it.
Right.
Because everybody wanted to be tough, everybody wanted to be thugs, everybody wanted to be gangsters. So, like, let's just keep the same energy. You got to keep the same energy now, though.
Yeah.
Because you there. Right?
I don't know.
I'm saying, man.
So-
we ain't going to church today.
While we on the topic of mentality, you know what I'm saying? Like prior to your incarceration, what was your mindset prior to that? Like as far as like the whole like, for lack of a better term, the street nigga mode. You feel me? Like what made you want to be who you were before that? Like what was the end goal? Like did you see yourself being like a success story or a legend as far as the street niggas go or whatever? Like
Nah. I get what you're saying 100%. So it's like my truth is when running the streets, like a lot of the things that you do in the streets, 99% of it is not planned. Mm-hmm. These are just instances that occur throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year, however long you last out there before you either get locked up or somebody, you know what I'm saying, put you down, right?
Right.
So like it was never the mindset of, okay, I got 2 months to do this and people see me like this or people see me like that.
Right.
Nah. And for me, I'm like, I consider myself to be a loyal dude, you know? I'm gonna ride with my people. I'm gonna stick by my people's side. I'm not gonna question them. I never questioned nothing any of my people did. Nothing they did. Mm-hmm. It's just like simple and plain. If they did it, they did it. They didn't, they didn't. Like what we doing right now, let's just do that.
Right.
You know? Mm-hmm. So if we gotta go up the street, we gotta go into a project. So if we gotta go wherever it's at, we just gonna go there and then we gonna see what happens.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Don't get me wrong, people, you do have instances where it's like, oh, we gonna go and we gonna do,
X,
you know,
Y, and Z.
but we ain't sitting at a round table. We ain't in nobody's backyard. We ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't work like that.
Yeah,
Well,
this
it
ain't a
didn't work
movie,
like
yeah.
that. You understand what I'm saying?
For sure,
Like,
yeah.
it was just like, if you had, like, it's like the bond that you had with the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us, like, when I was coming up, you know what I'm saying, we was doing it out of circumstances too.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? People, you know, families didn't have it. Mama didn't have it. Daddy didn't have it. Daddy probably wasn't around, or mommy wasn't probably around. You know what I'm saying? This person probably was strung out. This person probably was like, you know what I'm saying, just neglectful. But now we out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm 46.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like, if we go
Damn,
back,
damn.
yeah, I'm 46. You know what I'm saying? So we talking about
did
like my
majority
first time
of your
getting in
life.
trouble was like actually getting locked up and going to a youth house was 91. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, I was 1.
I was only
Yeah,
two.
So, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I was one.
So it was like 90. It was
I
like
was
it
2
was
years old,
91,
goddamn.
you know
I
what
was
I'm
starting
saying?
my dyke phase.
So it's like at 91. What was my life like in 91?
One?
It was terrible.
terrible, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
It
I
was
feel
terrible.
like you still can see how that negative mindset of, you know what I mean, like you said, I ride for my people, and I stand by my people. And just how you said that, you still use that to this day, but in a positive way.
Yeah.
Because you still turned it around and still ride for
but
your
more
people.
to Al though, in the way you asked the question. So, like I said, it came out of circumstances. You know what I'm saying? You know all the same people I know, Al.
Right.
We sell our court, like it is what it is, right? You want to call it wetlands, you want to call it the courts, you want to call it whatever. This is where we from. We understand our neighborhood. Like
Sure.
we ain't come too far that we don't remember when everything down there was basically black owned. You know what I'm saying?
Word up. Candy store and shit.
Everything, right? Everywhere you went, it was you seen black people doing this, black people doing that, black people doing this. But how many of them black people was really willing to help you out, though, is another thing when you sit back and you look, though. But a lot of the decisions that you make back then when you coming up, a lot of decisions I made back then was just like most of them, man, out of like happenstance and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, oh, all right, well, let's see how this is gonna turn out today. Let's see how. But it's like right there in the moment,
there in the
though.
moment, yeah.
So when you sit there and you ride for your people, whatever, that just come out of seeing these people every day.
Right.
That's just like these the same people you with every day. If you hurt, you going through something, you seeing the same people every day. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
you
right.
might talk to somebody might give you something, you might give somebody something, but it builds that camaraderie and it's like, all right, this is my neighborhood, this is my community. So you're gonna move according to how the people move with you.
Yeah.
And if ain't nobody asked you a question last week when you was like, man, I'm in Snyder, or y'all go to Lincoln, like, yo, we gotta.
Yeah.
They was like, no, they just gonna come to Snyder and make sure like whatever happened. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I gotta go to Lincoln, everything happened.
Whatever.
Though, you know what I'm saying? So it was like it never was congregated. It was just like we just moving.
You're just moving. Yeah.
We ain't had no discussion on it. So for people that sit down and say, yeah, I plan to be like this, I plan to be that, I plan to be this, man, I think they running from their truths, man. It's something in there.
Yeah.
Mama probably was cracked out, daddy probably was doped up. I don't know. Mama could have been a prostitute, something, whatever, because this was real shit back then, though, you
Yeah.
know? Like, Jersey City was a bando. The
Facts.
city
Yeah.
was a bando, like, at one point, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And definitely, like, if you look what they did with the people, man, in the mid-90s, early 90s, mid-90s, where they took co-ops and broke them down and put little houses there now. But you had a building that had, 12 floors, 12 apartments on each floor. It's 144 families, right?
Yeah.
But then they broke it down, and now only 3 families fit in here, 3 families fit in there. But we look at 2025 now. Now they building all co-ops back up, though.
Right.
Right?
Modernize them and shit like that.
Yeah.
For
You see
sure.
that?
Yeah.
It's crazy, but this is where we live at today, though. And I hope our people watching. And then what they building back up, we don't have no ownership. We ain't entitled to none of it
None
neither.
of it.
No.
They just telling you they monetizing it, and a certain amount of Section 8 and low income could live there.
But what that's doing now, though,
That's still
is going to create a mindset
mindset.
into the people, the younger generation now,
Yep,
right?
that I need
because the
low
ones
income
that's
Section
14 now in 10 years gonna be 24. Then another 7 years after that, they gonna be 31. But they gonna understand one thing more than anything: you not entitled to own nothing. You not allowed to own nothing here in the same place where your daddy was at, where your daddy was at, your grandparents, your great grandparents. Like, ain't nobody gonna inherit a house when their grandfather passed away.
Nah,
when
I
their
think those
grandmother
days is
passed away
over.
now, though,
Not
right?
really like that because it used to be like that.
It used to be like that.
It used to be like that.
But now
You
they
would
just
inherit
creating
the house
more
and
circumstances
stuff like that.
where
Yeah,
people just
that's why they started
making
walking
rash
around
decisions, man.
buying every
And it
fucking thing.
just
They
comes
letting the
out like
Jews
that.
come up there and buy everything. Buy it from your grandmother. Buy it from your mother. So that when shit, they looking at the money part. So now when you think about it, you really don't have nothing. Nothing
You ain't
passed
gonna have
down.
nothing. So like I bring that up just to say how I equate like how I grew up to what's going on now. I say a lot of that stuff was out of circumstances, happenstances. Like, yo, I need to do this. I need to eat. I need to get clothes. I need to
Survival
stay
instincts.
up. Exactly. Right. So it's still happening today.
Yes, sir.
It's the
Absolutely.
same thing. A lot of these younger kids running around looking like they just going crazy and they don't know what they doing.
Yeah.
Some know, some don't. But it's like how you come to that decision. Same question Al. Al asked a young dude, a 16, 17-year-old dude that right now, like, yo, what's your ambition to be out here in the street and all that? They probably ain't got no answer because they
Ain't got no
probably don't even
answer.
understand it yet.
Right.
So I didn't understand it all the way back then. Today I can understand it because I'm 46. I ain't 16. I ain't 15. I ain't 11. And was like, man, let me just go do this. Let me go do that. Let me do this. Everybody went that way. I'm going to just go with everybody. They called it peer pressure back in the days and shit. Now they just call it gang gang.
Yeah.
Basically, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
No. You had child study teams in school and everything, and they blamed everything on what? Peer pressure, peer pressure, peer
pressure.
pressure. Now it's just gang gang.
Yeah. We was talking about
Talking
some
up
shit
the
like
gang
that.
gang.
Not to get off topic, but how y'all feel about the DARE? Remember they had that program, the DARE program?
Yeah.
And I was speaking on that. I was having a conversation with somebody, and I was asking, like, do y'all remember, like, with DARE, they always showed you, think about it, they always showed you when people was doing drugs, they always was happy. You ever notice that?
Nah.
No.
Just think about it.
I
When
just
they
remember
showed
they
you
said don't do
and talked
drugs.
about it, they always said don't do drugs, but when they showed you the videos, the people was always happy and looking
the
happy.
niggas on drugs, they be
Yup,
like,
they always
yeah,
was happy. They didn't
come
show
on,
you
let's do
niggas
crack.
in bandos, link bent over,
Well,
snoring.
the difference
poor.
in that was they was doing drugs back then.
Yeah.
Now it's death.
It's death, yeah. But just to trigger off that, like, you know what I mean? Like, it was like you said, it was just like, it was basically, I guess for me, I looked at it like it was programmed to show you, like, okay, don't do drugs. But if I'm young and I'm seeing that, look, don't do drugs, but them drugs is making them people happy. I want to be happy.
So you want to do drugs?
I'm not saying that. But some people might look at it like that.
That shit ain't work.
I
That
don't
shit didn't
think.
work either way.
I don't
though.
think they
Nah, I
develop
don't.
it like that.
Shit, you don't know how they developed it
They ain't.
going into it. Because you don't see it now.
Yeah,
When
I'm
we
tell you
need
about
it the
that
most.
dead. I'll tell
Yeah,
you
when
about
we
the
need
We
dead.
the
need
most.
dead right now.
But when you think about when they was showing us that shit before, it just was like, a lot of people took that shit, like we all sat through it. A lot of people took that shit like, oh boy, we gotta listen to this shit again.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
right,
remember
don't
the
do
dead
drugs.
vans
Some
that
of
used
it
to
was
drive
programmed.
around and all that though?
Yeah, I
and
remember
all
that.
though?
Yeah, they need that shit now.
But here's the real irony in that. I don't know if you know, like most of them cops that was in them vans, you know where they came from? They came from the youth house. They came from, so they knew every young kid that was out in the street before they even before they went from the correctional uniform to Jersey City PD, waiters, Titus, all them. They knew every single person. Like yo, they used to call
Remember
me by my
had
whole
the-
government.
Yeah, they had curfew
William
vans
McCray,
too.
I see you on that corner over
Yeah.
there. I'm like, who the fuck? I'm like, where the fuck that came from though? They like, yo, the deer van out here. And I'm like, the deer van out here, like these cops, like they like think about it. And, and they just kept locking the young dudes back up, locking them. I don't care where you was at. 16th Street, Booker T.
They was locking them up.
The Woods, Wegman,
That's what I was saying. Like it was
they
different
came in with a game
programming
plan.
behind the shit, the tactics that they used, bro. Remember they had the curfew vans. Ain't like they was
I used
taking
to like
taking you
running from
somewhere
curfew,
for
man. Yeah, I
to
don't-
be happy
just
or
dumb
have like
shit.
some
But
type of
you know where the people in the curfew vans was from, right?
where
They was from the child study team in the schools.
nah.
They already knew who you was.
I ain't know where they was from. I just like running from them.
Yeah. Mr. Davis from Snyder. You had Mr. Blake from Lincoln who knew everybody and all that. Like they
I used to
just
just like
Bro,
running
I ain't
from
never
them.
think about that. Yo.
You see that shit
know.
coming, and you know you gotta
Damn.
take off. And
Yeah,
that's the
I
part I
ain't
just
never-
I like, bro.
already.
I just like running from
Yo,
them.
that's crazy.
They knew already.
Now we
They
about
knew
to
But
who
ask.
they,
you was.
they it wasn't like they
We asked Mr.
not
Blake.
for nothing. Like they was if they caught you outside, they asked you like, "Yo, why you
We
out
asked
here?
him, Mr. Blake.
Are you homeless?
Oh, man.
Do you need any help?" They never did that.
I don't know what they did. I saw the van coming and I
Man, they
ran.
took your ass.
They ain't never take me. 'Cause they ain't never catch me. I ran. And you know my favorite hiding spot? I would run and hide underneath a car.
Yo,
The car was the ultimate hiding spot.
Yeah.
the ultimate.
You
So,
go roll your ass
So
under.
let's get into another question. As time went by and you got closer to you coming home, when did you start making the plans that you know what I mean, put into play now for your life outside of those walls?
It was years. It was years in the making. It was years in the makings because I was a heavy reader. I was a programmer. I was doing all that in the pen, like everything they had in the system. Like
Yeah.
I've really done all that shit. Behavior mod, cage of rage,
Anger management.
thinking for a change, anger management, focus on the victim. I did every
Yeah, get me
parent
right,
plan.
get me
and
right, Al.
I did all of them.
Yeah.
But what that did was it helped me to be vocal because I really like used to speak. I used to just be the quiet one in the bunch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I really didn't know how to express myself verbally. So going like being in room with people and seeing how people respond to each other, like, and I'm sitting here with some of the most hardened people, or supposed to be the most hardened people and stuff, right? And you can hear somebody get up and tell a whole story, or get up and tell somebody like what bothered them today, what bothered them yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, what y'all do? Y'all do y'all mental check-ins, yo. That's dope. That's dope because like some people ain't gonna want to know. They don't want you to know their number. Just by you asking them that question, they might been at a 6, but you ask them that question, it's dropping down to a 3.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because these the attitudes and these different personalities that people like have within themselves though. So it was years in the makings, man. I even though I probably was getting in trouble in the pen and everything and all that at the same time, but I still, you know what I'm saying, was working on me mentally. In the way that I gave it to you the other day or a few weeks ago.
Yeah, say
you know,
it.
though, like, so for me, the penitentiary was 99% mental and just 1% physical. That was it. They counting me, they locking me in and all that, but they don't have me. They don't have me because like I ain't a person out here. No, I ain't a person out here rubbing feces on me. I ain't shitting officers down.
Yeah.
I ain't. You know what I'm saying? Because you gonna see some of that demoralizing shit though. You know what I'm saying?
No, cause that's one of like the first things I heard like when I like got locked up for my bid. Like the older like women and stuff used to be saying like they got your body but don't let them get your mind.
Don't let them get your mind, not one bit. So, like I said, 99% mental is something that I had to keep. The 1% they got, I'm here for count.
Right. Your
I'm
body.
here for count.
Yeah, I'm just counted as a body.
I'm here for count. They come through, I'm here. You 45 minutes later, door open up, count clear. I'm here for count. But mentally, I'm gone. Mentally, they ain't got me. Mentally, I'm not folding to this shit. Because you got people that fold. You got people that got demons. You got people that fight like they inner selves, right? And some do things that they never did before just to make it through. And I mean, some outlandish stuff, though. Like, we don't need to go into all that, though. Like, it's just stuff that I ain't signed
I
up
seen some
for.
nigga in there say he was coming home, but he had a girlfriend in there, and he made sure he got 5 more years just to stay with the nigga.
Oh, you seen that on the Instagram
Yeah.
thing? I seen it on the Instagram
said,
thing
wow.
too. Though me personally, I never seen nothing like that. Like nigga,
I had somebody. I ain't gonna
leaving.
say that, but I had
I know
like
some
girls that
niggas.
like was talking like to attempt that. Like
Yeah.
when I got to prison, like I probably said up here before, but when the day I got down prison and they got me out the car, I couldn't believe it was so many female in the world locked up. I'm walking through because like y'all had craft, we got reception that was on like we was at Clinton at the time, and they all they in yards, so they run into the gate, and I'm like, well, goddamn, what the fuck these bitches do? It was hella bitches, but then it's like, get up there. I finally got out of reception and I go to the max. That's where all the relationships at. You got people up there, got 20 with a 30. Now, paying attention. I'm starting to see, like, who go together, all that shit. Rest in peace, Lady. Me and Lady was down together. And I'm like, they going dick hard for their relationships. Like, we in this. And I saw somebody, like, they got into a fight. There's 2 girls in a relationship, one of them get into a fight. When you get in a fight down Clinton, you gotta go to Trenton.
Mm-hmm.
And she was on some shit like, y'all taking my bitch, I'm going to Trenton too. She tried to pop on somebody. So she gets, but I'm like, yo, if both of y'all go to Trenton, y'all not about to go in the room together. You want to be in the same room.
You don't know.
Well, probably, but it was like,
don't know.
it was like locked.
He
It's supposed
said
to
you
be
don't
like
know.
locked up like
Don't mean
23 and 1.
nothing.
It don't, but it just was like, you just can't wait for her to come back.
Bayside State Prison, right?
Right.
This is a prison where they say they'll kill you down there, hands down.
Yeah.
They'll
With the
kill you.
guards?
They'll beat you into a wheelchair. Yeah, they'll beat you into a wheelchair for the rest of your life too. Like your whole quadriplegic fucking with them down there, right? And they so fed up off of that. Like,
Excuse me.
it's because of what? They had some little CO pet niggas that was in a relationship, and when they went to fuck with them and said, "Okay, we breaking y'all up, moving from one place to another," what happened? You was downstate. You got to know the story. The punk killed the cop.
Yeah.
He killed the cop.
Yeah.
He killed the cop. That's why they so hard up down there.
I
This
just
happened
couldn't
in
understand
97.
it.
I wasn't in Bayside in 97.
Like-
This happened in 97, but you go Bayside right now today and you act crazy. They going every July. They lock the jail down all day, and they in remembrance of what happened to Officer Baker. This is what they do. Is
I just was
widely
on some
known.
shit like, yo, you wanna go to Trenton? Well, you can't wait till she come back. But
Man,
again,
administration proving that shit though.
yeah,
Like,
but again, that was
It
my
is
first
what
time
it
down
is,
prison, and I'm like you though. Like I was quiet, I was observant, like I paid attention to a whole bunch of shit. But it just was like, y'all taking relationships down here serious. But then it made sense when they start talking what they in here for. I got 20 with a 30. I got 20 with 85. It's like, oh, all right, y'all been together. We in a max. Y'all been together for the last 10 years. Y'all die hard about y'all relationships.
Try it.
Cool, but I'm not gonna be here this long. So look, get me the grounds and get me out of here. That's one thing. I ain't had no fucking girlfriend in jail.
You ain't had no girl?
I was.
So
I
you
was,
got some
I got some ass. I didn't have no girlfriend.
well, yeah.
I had no fucking girlfriend, but I
You
got,
got
some
some
ass.
ass, it's crazy.
Yeah, niggas fucked up showing me how to make a strap. It was over.
So, hey, Woo, hold on. Well, let's come back to the question. Though. So, Woo, it was so it was like I said, it was years in the making. But on my PV, me going back on my PV, showing you was out of control.
Get my pads and my toothbrush.
Hey, so it was
What?
Long and fat.
What? Oh, man.
So Woo, it was,
I never
hey,
heard
Woo,
that part.
Hey, Woo, it took for me to really sit down when I went back on my PV and knowing that I had to
Wait a
step back
fucking
out
minute.
and really get to it
Yeah.
and say, look, this is my plan. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I already knew I never was working for nobody else ever in my life, right?
Yeah.
Because I did that before. I was building houses for this company called Toll Brothers out of Pennsylvania, right? Mooresville. I did that to where it broke my body down so much that like I literally was like in the hospital, like couldn't like lift my arm like couldn't move it at all, right?
Yeah.
And my phone ringing. They like, you coming to work today? And I'm like, hold up. I'm sending them paperwork and stuff to HR and everything and all
Yeah.
that. And they get it and everything. They go like, all right, we see, but you're gonna make it in today. And I'm like, is you not reading the symptoms of what's going on? So that while me sitting down, that played the part. And I'm like, yo, I can't allow people to like really take my body and do whatever they want with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you gonna work and you gonna keep working. They pay good. They pay good though, but at the end of the day, it
It's
wasn't
not
worth
worth
it.
it,
Though.
yeah.
So I come home and I'm like, you know what? Yo, man, everything is for the taking out here, man. Man, if you really want to do it, you can do it, Will. Just go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Get it done. Get it done. Get it done. So for me, doing this nightclub thing, saying, no, we could do that. We do that. For me saying, no, I want to travel.
Let the people
a
know
little
you
bit,
had
we
your
could do
own
that.
nightclub.
Yeah, man, but
At the nightclub, the
but
nightlife.
the powers that be, man, I tell you, man, Jersey City is a
different place.
It's a different place, man. They'll pull you down and they'll
Hell
make it to
yeah.
the top,
Yeah, they pull
pull
you
you
down.
back down, man. And just because thing is clamped onto you, pulling you down. Now the person that's underneath that person that's pulling you down, thinking that person using you to bring themselves up, so they gonna pull that person down too. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody want to carry nobody.
At all.
Nobody really want to help nobody. You know what I'm saying? So like I told Shawnee when we first sat down and talked, I'm like, yo, you got a beautiful platform. You should use it, yo. Give people information. If you give the people the information, nobody can't ever say that you a gatekeeper. Nobody ever say like, yo, you don't care about the community. You don't care about your neighbor, your neighborhoods, or whatever it is, whatever terminology people want to use, right? You went through it. You came out. You learn how to get your joint expunged and all that. There's a lot of people around here right now that's eligible for that who don't know it. So I'm like, Shawnee, yo, tell the people, let them get it though. So my thing was with business, like, yo, Will, you know how to do a lot of stuff, man. Like, you either got a certificate in this or you certified in this, whether it's welding, whether it's carpentry, you got your CDLs, you can have, and like, yo, you many avenues to go down, like, to get it right.
Yeah.
So I ain't choose one. I just choose all of them.
That's dope.
No, I ain't choose
That's
one.
dope.
I just choose all of them because, like, they say you do one thing. If you fail at it, try something else. Well, I'm going to just try them all at the same time.
Damn.
I'm going to try them all at the same time. Like,
Something
let's
got to
go.
work.
Yeah, let's go. Because
people
think
don't
about
always
it. If you
utilize
going,
that shit.
if you need to go to DMV, say DMV take 2 hours. You go in there or 3 hours, like whatever. You're going to come out and say, all right, I did DMV for the day, that's it. Hell no. Hell no. DMV
Gotta
be
be
open
productive.
early as hell in the morning. I'm trying to be the first person on the line at the DMV.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I could get in DMV and get out of DMV by 9, guess what? I'm going to the next place before they go on their lunch break.
I never thought of it like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the next place, whatever place I need to do, need to be at, whoever I need to talk to. Yo, let me see how I can get some permits from City Hall because I want to go in here and knock this down and build a bathroom, another bathroom in this place here. Though you go to City Hall, they're gonna tell you no, right? Just anything you ask for, they're gonna tell you no. They're gonna tell you
People
no.
don't know that.
They're gonna tell
You
you
gotta
no.
know somebody. You
Yeah.
gotta know somebody.
They gonna
You
tell
were
you
sitting there
no.
for hours. A motherfucker will walk in, go right to the back, get what they need, and leave.
Yeah,
You
but-
sitting there for hours.
So you spend an
But
hour and
it's
45
crazy
minutes
'cause-
in City Hall, guess what? By the time you get to the next place that you need to do, they'll be getting back from lunch. Now I've been to 3 places in one day. Whatever it is. I don't care. Like, I don't know. Probably need to go to Home Depot, load the truck up, bring this supplies and everything and start working on that. But we gonna get it done in this day. You know what I'm saying? But I came in, I did my CDL things. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go do this online schooling thing and everything, like to finish on with my welding thing, because I did everything hands on. So I just needed to get the credits because I wanted to be certified in this joint.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, man, I'll do that online too. Man, fuck that. How many hours they want? They want 3 hours out of the day, 4 hours out of the day, 3 sitting in front of the screen, 1 for another hour for lunch break, just be logged in. Let's get it. You can sit in your car and do that. Anywhere is Wi-Fi, anywhere. You know what I mean? Use your hotspot off your phone with your tablet, laptop, whatever. Let's go. Let's get it. Right? So my mentality and how I got to like accomplishing stuff that I wanted to do was just not just going to do it, Woo. It was the stuff that I always knew I wanted to do. I'm like, yo, let's just try it. Let's just try it. Let's just try it. Let's just try it, Will. And I wasn't trying anything. I was just doing it. I was doing it. So when you say, yo, Will, everything you ever said you was going to do, like, yo, you was doing it. It was like, yo, because I really felt I needed to do it. Because, you know what they say about the idle mind, right?
Yeah.
That was playground.
It's going, boy, that leads you down a dark road. It'll lead you down a dark road so you can be planning for your future, but you only take action 2 hours out of the day. What you gonna do with the rest of your day?
That's a poisonous mentality to have, because a lot of times we do have people that say, they be like, yeah, man, one day at a time, but they only doing one thing a day. You know what I'm saying? So not knowing, like, you keeping yourself behind the 8 ball because, like, nigga, you got 24 hours, bro.
Yeah.
So, like, you mean to tell me you, like you said, you went to the DMV and that was your day, nigga? Hell no.
That was it?
Yeah. Shit, business closed at, like, 4. You feel me? So, like, you got done at 9:30 and you just was like,
I'm not taking away from nobody that feel accomplished in doing that, right?
Yeah.
no.
But
So
I'm just saying,
so
hey,
here's-
you got more energy in you, you got more life in you. Go ahead and do some more.
Right. So here's why, like, in a lot of these situations, we gotta put pressure on niggas to do more, because it's like, if a lot of people be like, well, ain't nobody say it wasn't right or it was wrong, so I just went with what I knew best. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta push people in a direction like, bro, you gotta know better. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get on your shit and do more, nigga, because it's like, that's not enough, because you said, like, we gonna be in a situation in 10 years, 15 years from now where we already not welcome in the city now, because like you said, a lot of this shit ain't black owned. So they pushing us in a direction of where, like, we are visitors.
But you
we
wanna
don't
know,
we don't belong here. So
we not welcome in the city where this is the same city. I was with just real quick. I was with my mother. She's 76. I was with
God
my
bless her.
aunt where I was born, right?
God bless
I was saying,
her.
my mother was drugged out. She was like drugged out hard. My mother been clean for like a good 16, 17 years now, right? Hey, when I tell you I was with my mother like just like a week and a half ago, and what we did that week and a half ago, she took me to the place where she grew up at, where she was born at, was right on Holiday.
Yeah.
216 Holiday. Building's still there and everything, right? My mother, my grandmother, she had 9 kids. They was all born in this apartment. My grandmother, my grandfather, my great-grandmother, they all lived in this 3-bedroom apartment, right? And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this shit been here all this time? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, y'all grew up in here? She's like, hell yeah. My mother's 67. How the fuck I'm not welcome where my mother was born at? She's 67 years old. Excuse me, my mother's 76 years old. I'm putting you out there, old lady. Yeah, she like it though. She had me when she was 30. She's 76 years old. The place is still there.
right.
It looked good too. Whoever had it looked like they redid the building and everything.
So
though.
yeah, that's why we
How
gotta
not
put more.
welcome?
That's why we gotta put more pressure on niggas to do more, because, like, bro, ain't nobody giving you shit.
No.
You gotta take it. You feel me? And
Got
by
to.
take it, I mean, like, you gotta put that work and you gotta beat feet. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do more with your day than just
You
fucking.
have to.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm getting
like,
better
celebrate
at
your
that.
wins. I get it.
I learned that.
You got
from-
24
yeah.
hours.
But me is
Use 'em.
mentally with me. So what I got from Shawnee was I started writing in my notes from you too. I would talk recently with, and that's what made me go back into my notes. What you told me one day was change the algorithm, right? So I started writing in my notes the things that I need to do every day, because I was getting sidetracked by certain things that was bothering me or some things I was going through. So I would let that take me off my square, so you say. So I started writing things in my notes that I needed to do every day, but every day I would write something different in there to change the algorithm so I wasn't doing the same thing every day, right? And it worked for me because recently I wouldn't usually do it. I woke up, I read my scripture, brushed my teeth, washed my face, but I went to the eye doctor. I went to the building where I had to get some stuff done. I went to the dentist to make an appointment. I went to see about the CDL school giving me some money so I could get some endorsements. So I did all of that in one day, and usually I would break it down and say, you know what, I don't gotta. I go to a 4 on Wednesday. I'm gonna go after that. But I was able to do that all in one day because why? I had it in my notes,
There you go.
and I could see that this is what I need to do today, and I'm gonna get up and do it. You
Gotta utilize your time. bro.
Utilizing my time. You get what I'm saying? Instead of sitting like I sit in one spot all day, like we talked about, and me not utilizing my time. You know what I mean? So that's
You did
definitely
it.
important.
That's what we just was talking about, right?
That's definitely
So
important.
he
man.
went and did 4 things in one day instead of saying, okay, Monday I'm gonna do this, and you stretched
Tuesday,
it
I'm gonna
all
do this.
out to Thursday.
Yeah, I was doing that. Yes, sir.
That's that.
And
For
then I
me,
get off
that
my
don't
square.
work.
Something happened. I be like, man, I'll do it next week. Never do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say this too. When we were talking, and I was telling you about the algorithm, that was like one of the dopest conversations I had
In a
like,
long time.
In a long time,
But
though.
I was
But
telling Shawnee about that. I told everybody.
It's reality, though, right?
Yeah.
In the hold up for the people, right? We talking about the algorithm. Can
Yeah.
you explain it a little bit though?
Yeah.
All right, so this for all the people when your life is like structured, whether you know it or not, even the most dysfunctional person has an algorithm in a day-to-day, right? And it's about how you respond to things. It's about whether you turn left, or you turn right, who you visit, the things you talk about with certain people, right? The algorithm is pretty much set up for us to be trapped in a box. They say most people don't travel outside of a 50-mile radius throughout their lifetime sometimes, right? Most of the time. Right? This is what they say. I don't know if it's a fact or not, but I could say it's true because we know a lot of
see
people
it.
who never leave, right?
Yeah.
You have to change that algorithm. You change the algorithm by if it's a person that you argue with all day and y'all argue over the same topic from Monday to Tuesday, Tuesday to Wednesday, Wednesday to Thursday, your resistance in that argument, find a way to let the resistance go. If you let the resistance go, that person that you're dealing with have to find a new way to deal with you. They have to find a new avenue to attack you, or they will have to embrace you, or they'll leave you alone altogether. But to change the algorithm in your day-to-day, it starts with you. It starts with you asking yourself questions. It starts with you answering them same questions too. There's nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with referring to yourself in the third person, whatever. Whatever you need to do to make sure that you are achieving the things you want, going down the avenue you want to keep your mental number. Like I said, I'm never going below an 8. If I feel like I'm slipping, I'm gonna box myself in and I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna recollect where I'm going wrong at, what I'm doing to bring me down. You had the power to change your own algorithm. Same way you flick your phone up on IG, the things that you like is gonna constantly keep coming up. You're gonna look at your phone and be like, yo, this phone listening to me, man. Like, why everything I talk about when I open my phone up is right there? No, you liked it. You the same time. You liked it 8 times. They're gonna keep showing you what you like. So just like how IG show you what you like and consistently show you more of the stuff that you like or more relatable stuff, people gonna do the same thing with you. If people see you like to be aggravated, guess what they gonna do? They gonna give you more aggravation. It's gonna be very rare that for you to find somebody that all you do is spread joy and happiness, that all they want you to do is to be joyful and happy too. You can't allow yourself to get caught up in that neither though. So always be ready to change your algorithm, man. And it starts with yourself, man. Woo, stop fighting it, woo. Just let it go, woo. If you let it go, woo, and they don't let it go, they stuck. Shawnee, don't respond to that. Because if you respond to it today, guess what they're going to do? When they see you the next day, they're going to say the same thing to you to get you to respond again. You just got to change your mindset. Your mindset is your algorithm. That's your life. You know what I'm saying? You got to know, like, man, I want to move forward. I want to move forward. I want to move forward. Let's not keep having the same conversations. Not because if you have the same conversations, you're going to have what? The same
Result.
incidents. Yeah. You're going to get the same results. And you ain't never going to move nowhere, man. You got to change your algorithm, bro. Don't let them stomp you out here, because it's so easy to be stomped right now. It's so easy to be stomped right now, yo. Like, and just be stuck in that box. Don't allow yourself to be stuck in the box, whether you young, whether you in between, middle age, old head, OG, whatever you want to call it. Don't let the grades fool you, but I'm up there. I'm 46 and I've been through a lot, and I don't let none of that pin me to nobody's board. You can see me and say, "Oh no, he ain't," because he did. You did. Yeah, man. Check the facts of my life, though. You know what I'm saying? And my life is today. If Allah decides to wake me up tomorrow, give me another day, my life gonna be what today is, because I'm always gonna look for progress. I'm always gonna look for progress, because I gotta change the algorithm from day to day, because I don't want to get comfortable with it. I don't want to get overwhelmed by it, and I definitely don't want to be destroyed by it. Just change it, man. It's out here, y'all.
All right.
It's out here.
Got a question, Adam?
So when you have those types of conversations, because you said your thought process has shifted, whenever it has shifted, it really doesn't matter as long as you made those changes in your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you find it frustrating because, like, you do recognize that the time that you had spent, even though you learned from it, you could have had spent it different and learning better? So, like, the frustration part comes at all when you have those conversations with younger guys that you might recognize going down the path that you went down. So do you find that to be frustrating at all? Like, just trying to, basically what I'm asking is, do you ever attempt to convince, like, the younger guys that, yo, the shit that y'all doing is, like, there's no point in it or whatever? You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say?
Frustration in it. And I ain't never trying to convince nobody of anything, right?
Okay.
And I shouldn't have to convince someone of something, because I'm walking in my truth. I'm
Right.
speaking in my truth, right?
Right.
The truth, you don't have to convince. All the truth you got to do is relay it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm Muslim. You could be Christian. You could be Jewish, right? You read the Torah. You read the Injil. I read the Quran, right?
Right.
What he learned from the Torah is going to be his truth. He's going to walk in that. Whether it's right or wrong, he's going to have to answer for that. She reads the Injil, which is the Bible. Whatever her truth is and whatever moves her spiritually into that, right? She's going to have to answer for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like I said, I ascribe to Islam, right? What I know to be the truth is what's in the Quran. If I move outside that truth, or I misuse that truth, or abuse that truth, I got an answer for that, right? So my day-to-day is just about me doing a good deed, another good deed, more good deeds, more good deeds, more good deeds. And if I could do a good deed and say, woo, you shouldn't do what you did last week, man, that wasn't cool, yo.
Right.
That's my contribution to who? Not just the woo. That's gonna be my contribution to the people, the community, because he still got to go out and deal with other people. And if he could take something that I said to him and say, bro pulled me up on that the other day, let me not do that. Guess what he did? He ain't pissed that person off. He ain't agitate that person. That person left, got in contact with 3 other people and agitated their day. Each one of them came in contact with 5 other people. See? You see how that shit go?
I ain't never think of it like that.
1,
Damn.
2, 3 turns into 15. Quick.
Right.
I never thought about it like
It's a
that.
fact.
It is.
That's
though.
a fact, though.
So you don't have to convince. You just have to relay. You don't have if you have to convince somebody of something, you're selling something that ain't good.
Right.
That's why I always appreciate talking to him.
Yeah, I
for
I get
real.
stuck because I'm just listening. That's why I had you have a question.
Yo, the person that I talk to, yo, that give me some of the best insight, like of me as an individual, yo, is Kim Sean, yo.
Yeah.
Like my brother, man, he'll sit there and hear something you said. 4 days later, it's like he wait for you to calm down. It's like 4 days, then he'll just sit there, and then he'll run it all back to you and go, this is what you do. This is how you do it. Yo, you can do this. Like, yo, you know you did that already, right? And I'll be looking at this and I'll be like, yeah. Because I ain't never above being corrected or checked neither, though. You know what I'm saying? I have to listen. And what he doing at that point, he not convincing me of something. He just relaying, right?
Right.
He could be relaying the truth. And I'm gonna accept it as the truth. And then if he give it to me as the truth, I can give it to Woo's the truth, I give it to Shawnee the truth, I give it to Al as the truth, right? And it's just like now Al, go back to your profession, you heard something today, you share it with somebody else. It go from one house to another house, right?
Right.
And it's something that y'all may meet up and talk about. The same way y'all like your job is based on helping people, right? Your job is based on gathering information to figure out where something went wrong at, right? Or what caused this. And then y'all share that, right? It ain't no convincing in that. Yo, the findings was this.
Right. The facts of the matter.
There you go.
Right.
It's the same thing.
Right.
And that's what the truth do. Not the truth because you said it's the truth, but it's the actual truth. It's the truth of your day-to-day experience. Not the truth to the whole wide world, right? Because we ain't been here since the beginning of time. We just here in a period of time.
Right.
So like some people will play word games with people and prey on people's intellects to try to get over on them. That's convincing. I ain't gonna do that.
Right.
I tell people like, yo, I got a truck, man. You got a license? You want to come? Yo, get with me, yo. You get on this truck with me. I'll pay you this. I'll pay you that.
Absolutely.
Like, how you want to do it? Let's go. Hey, man, you even want to get a truck, man? Look, man, I'll pay my insurance, man. It already cost me enough, man. I could bring somebody else in with this, yo. You get a truck.
Absolutely.
Like, you already got that set. You already got that straight. All right, I'm gonna take care of this part. Boom. Let's go out and let's do it.
Absolutely.
I try to keep up with the IG thing, posts and stuff, because when I do come in off the road and I park my truck around the way and everything, somebody always come up to me. Whether they got their shiesty on or whether like, bro, I really want to get on the truck with you. Yo, you can do it. It's real. You got a driver's license? Nah, get your driver's license. I'll take you with me whenever. I don't care. Let's go.
Right.
That's the truth.
Shit.
I ain't got to convince them of it.
Okay.
Share the information.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said convinced.
Yeah. No, we gotta
because-
watch how we gotta watch our verbiage, right?
Nah, for sure.
Because people can get tangled up in that and think you a slick talker or a fast talker or I'll be saying all the fly shit.
Right.
I don't want to say nothing fly because it ain't gonna lift you off the ground.
Right. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
Shit.
Right. Thank you for that.
Nah.
He always do it. Just always fucking do it. However, I appreciate our friendship.
Nah,
But you always do it.
No, we got a brotherhood, a sisterhood. Like that's what it is, though. Y'all from
He was
where
right
I'm
the first
from.
time, brotherhood.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get me in. No. It's all right though. Nah. Like, and I told you, yo, from my first conversation, I'm like, yo, you from where I'm from, so this is what it is, because 63 old, right? I'm born and raised there, right? So it's like, this is my community. My community always been the people, even though a lot of the people are gone and it looks different aesthetically and like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we still have people around that we could refer to if need be. I talked to Saeed the other day. He was down in his place of business on Monticello, and we just talking. I said, Saeed, yo, real talk, man. Like, I love being able to, because I found myself not being able to go 6-7 blocks without running into someone from the neighborhood that we know from the neighborhood, that always been in the neighborhood, right? And they can sit there and tell you something that you did and you probably forgot,
Yeah.
right? And it's like, but they'll tell me like, yo, man, you did different. You're doing different. You're doing different. You do, even the same people I ran the street with and doing everything, whether it's T.Y., whether it's Tyson, whether it's whoever it could be. Like, he like, yo, I die. Yo, you doing it different. I love it. Yo, what you doing is different. Yo, I like it. It ain't all about running no street. It ain't about slanging, hanging, banging, none of that. And a lot of neighborhoods don't have that.
Mm-mm.
A lot of neighborhoods don't have that.
Mm-mm.
A lot of neighborhoods don't have the same people.
No. At all.
We got a lot of the same people that we can still walk and talk to. Still see anywhere, grocery store, out with the kids, wherever. I see all the time with his daughter. I'll be like, everywhere I'm at, that tell me I'm being a good parent.
Yeah.
Real talk. I could go on thing and see Wu ain't gonna let y'all know where he at. You just gonna have to see him. But Wu got his babies. I'm like, oh, all right, doing what he doing. I can see Shawnee posting something. I'm like, okay, so she up. She moving around. That's dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Al out here saving people, rescuing people, preventing stuff, more importantly. Because I think, like, for what you do to be a firefighter and everything else, the prevention is, like, where the success at.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Word
The
up.
prevention is where the success at.
Word up. And the education of it, too. You know what I mean?
And that's why I say share the information. You know what I'm saying? Because the prevention is the education. The education is the knowledge. Knowledge, you're going to spread that to the people, man. After the fact stuff is cool, too, but, like, if it could have been avoided, like,
Right.
why not? So, yo, bro, nah, man, come on, man, get off that corner, man. Take that thing off your face, bro.
Yeah.
It's 90 degrees outside. What is you doing?
So if we go back, I'm changing my answer to positivity check-in.
Yeah.
I learned this week, change the algorithm.
Yeah. No, that's mine. I've been
Shit with you.
Nope. And I said it before he said it.
That's mine.
He ain't shit with you. I think
I shared it with
I
Shawnee.
think I seen you had a mental health one time of 4.
Yeah, I shared it with you. I shared algorithm
I
with you.
literally almost ate my phone. I was so mad to hear a 4.
Yeah.
I'm like, Shawnee, don't never say a 4.
So let's get into it. Like,
Get hard,
did y'all see? So how y'all feel about Davies going to Max B party?
Wait, let's jump the gun
Yeah.
a little bit because I really want to ask this question.
Bro, eat the cookies.
Will knows what I'm talking about. So, just real fast, and I really want to ask this. Al do too. He just moved his head. So look, I really want to ask this because you know, you grown, lovely men have children. So a TikTok influencer passed away this past week. Born a male, transgendered to a female. Was killed by her boyfriend. So I watched the video of her father, and she was a big TikTok influencer from like where she's from or whatever. Mm-hmm. And the father made a video basically saying that he's not burying his son in a wig. Now, being that he was a big TikTok influencer, they're having the wake on Friday and then the funeral Saturday. So he said, to be fair to everybody, Friday at the wake, the viewing, is where his son will be viewed as he was living, as a female. Mm-hmm. But Saturday, when it comes to the funeral and him getting buried, he's not being buried in no wig. He's burying his son how his son was born. Mm-hmm. And he got a lot of backlash from that. 50% of the people were saying, that's his fault at the end of the day. Let him be. And he's still doing the justice to y'all for who y'all knew her as, because on Friday, he's allowing y'all to view his child that way. But as far as the child going, when it has to be buried in the ground, he wants his child to be buried as he was born. So he like, I'm not putting a wig on my child to be buried. He's going to get pop smoke. This is his words. He's going to get pop smoke braids, or he's going to have an afro. So my question to y'all is, because y'all all have kids, if one of your kids, whether, because the people always make jokes too, like they have never seen a stud die. Like you was.
You're not getting me into that. I'm not.
I mean,
I'm not. I'm the wrong person to say.
That's crazy.
I mean, look, you got to think about it, right? You put me in this situation. Look at my life.
Yeah.
I can 100% say that if something was to happen to me, my aunt is going to bury me like this.
Yes.
100%, 1,000%. I know that.
Auntie is doing that. Yes.
Right. And to be honest, if my mother was still alive, she would do the same. 50% of the people felt like...
Roz ain't doing that.
Huh?
My mother ain't doing that. If I was
That your mother's not.
My
Well,
mother's-
I,
my mother's-
would. Yeah, your mother
my
is
mother
like
ain't doing it.
into church for real. So I don't.
She ain't
But
doing
I feel like the conversations come from if your child is that. What do you think is best? Do you bury them how they was last of the end of their life, especially if you accepted them while they was living, or do you bury them on how they was born? I feel like in his
I feel like in
situation,
his-
the father is being fair. That's what I feel like.
Okay.
In a situation where you don't have to be fair.
You don't.
You don't.
You don't. I felt like he should
I
have brought it
commend
to the
him.
internet.
I commend him. I commend him.
I think what happened was unfair to the father. That's what I think. I think it was unfair to him because, truth be speaking, it was his decision to make.
Right.
Yeah.
It was his decision to make.
Honestly, yeah.
It was his decision. He not doing an injustice
No.
for doing what he want to do with his child, or sending the child off. Because here's the truth about that. Where's his child going to? He going back to the Creator.
He's going back how he was born.
He going back to the Creator, right? So it's like, once again, I'm Muslim, so we have a stance on what we have stance on, right? And we follow the haq, which is the truth. But that don't mean we overpower, override people in these decisions, right?
Right.
Because we believe, like, yo, you have to answer to that yourself. Because the punishment is in the grave. You have to answer for what you've done wrong, and you'll be rewarded for what you've done right. So, like, I think the father, I would tell the father, don't cave the pressure to nobody.
No.
No, his stance is really a lot of stuff I feel like shouldn't even like make the internet, right? Regardless if his child was a TikTok influencer, y'all the parents at the end of the day, y'all make the
When
decision.
you talk about TikTok, TikTok ain't going in that box.
Right. No, I'm saying it because the person who passed away was a TikTok influencer.
Yeah, but no, but
So
he-
right. But it's like he felt like he was bringing it to the internet based off stuff that was said in the comments.
He caved to the pressure.
Right, but it's like at the end of the day, he still feel like he was being fair. He said, yo, I'm giving y'all Friday, but when it comes to Saturday, the funeral and him being buried, this is how I'm burying my child. And he said, if y'all, and I guess this part of the message was to the family of, if y'all not gonna abide and respect me from that, then I'm just not gonna go to the funeral. Because we already had this discussion, and now y'all brought it to the internet. Me personally, I just feel like it's up to the parents to do what the parents feel like they want to do. If you accept in a sense, it's like if you accept like stuff they were saying to him. If you accepted her, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but her while she was here, and it seems like y'all had a bond and relationship, you would think that would happen, right? But the other stance of it is it's really what you want to do with your child and how you want to bury your child. And if that comes at the hands of, I'm going to bury my child how my child was born, then that's my decision to make. And I don't have to answer to nobody for that because that was my child. Regardless of what my child did without their life and shared with y'all, that was my child.
So let me ask you something, right? I'm going to get a little, I don't know. But your child passed away, and your child liked it bluey. Do you bury your baby in a bluey costume?
No. I mean,
No, like because like we really talking about a life here. We're not talking about
a character.
a job description or a title on social media.
Right.
We talking about a whole life here. Like at some point, it become insensitive, right?
Right. So a part of that response would be deemed problematic because, in a sense, like just like you said, he had a bond with the person, the child, his child. Throughout that period, throughout that time, the life of that child, he could have saw that as a costume, Like a lot of times people think, yo, it's just a phase. It's a phase. It's a phase. You feel me? So like, even though you accept it, because
that
you got to
mean you
accept
agreed
it
with it.
and be supportive of it.
That don't mean
On the
you
other
agree
side of
with
that is like losing the relationship with your child, which no parent wants to lose a relationship with their child.
Because honestly,
You understand what I'm saying? But like I understand and I
understand.
completely agree.
But I give you a more
Yeah.
realistic.
Yeah.
I should have said this.
Can I
from the
give you
door.
one?
No. I
give
agree
you a
with
real-
that.
I give you a realistic thing, right? A question that I get asked all the time. So, would you let your son be a police officer? Why you asking me that? You see what I'm saying? Right? You understand why? Like,
Yeah.
oh, because I run the street like my son can't be a cop. If
Cop.
he want to be a cop,
He could be
that
a
was
cop.
his choice in life, right?
Yeah.
My son
That's
go out
totally
there,
different,
he's
though.
a cop, he performing his duty. He dies while he on duty or in his sleep or whatever. Do I bury my son in the uniform? Huh? Do I bury my son in the uniform or do we like honor him as a human being?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And whatever light that people seen him, if this is how you seen him, when you see him this way, you still have respect for him that way. You still have love
Yeah.
for him that
You
way,
still
right?
love,
And
you
over
still
reality,
grieve.
honor him that
let's
way, right?
Being honest, I like, and I have nothing against it, right? I have nothing against however you want to say it. You have it, like whatever you want to be, man, woman, man. I wouldn't like my sons to be that way. I have nothing against it, right? I wouldn't like my sons to be that way. I always ask them certain questions to, pick their brains, even my daughters, right? But whatever choice you make is the choice you make. I would never stop loving you. I would never stop being your father. But that's not a choice for me to make. You get what I'm saying? That's a choice for you to make. Would I like it? No. If I'm being honest. What do you mean? This is being honest. The truth.
But
The truth, though. You have to speak your truth. I
They
know a
said
lot
they
of...
never see a stud die because when studs die, they want to put dresses on them.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can speak for all men who felt that way. I had a situation to, one of my friends, his son is homo, however you want to say it, right? He had a problem with it, right? They fought, they did what they did, and I had a beef with him because he couldn't accept the way his son was. You get what I'm saying? Because at the same time, that's not, like I said, that's not your decision to make. I'm still going to love you. I'm still going to be your father. I'm still going to be here for you. But in the same sense, when it comes to burying my son, I'm going to bury my son. That's just my opinion.
So let me piggyback
I'm going
real
to bury
fast
my son.
off
I'm not
what-
burying my son the way y'all seen him, the way he was. That's.
I'm just saying, we talk.
I'm burying my son.
We talk about
So-
life here, though.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm burying my son. Not in a wig,
My
not
son
in the
coming
dress.
my son coming to smoke shop and everything, yo. He buys hookah from y'all and everything. My
Yeah.
son gay too.
Yeah.
And he do whatever he want to do. But the reality of it is, it's his life to live,
Absolutely.
right? He can go out and make his own decisions, right? My son's 23. Whatever my son, if my son decides to rob a bank, guess what? He get caught. Who responsible for that shit? Who got to pay the consequences for that shit? He do, right? If he get away with it, he get away with it. But it's still something he gonna have to run from. I don't have to run from it.
Yeah.
He gotta protect himself from that, right? But we out here in the world and we talking about our kids. So whether they little or whether they grown, whether it's what you want for them or not what you want for them. What happened if your son turned out to be a killer? What happened if your son turned out to be the mayor? What happened if your son turned out to be a cartoon creator? What happened if your son turns out to be a fire starter? What happened if your son turned out to be a serial killer? What happened to like yo, that was his life. He's gonna have to pay for that. He's gonna have to answer for that. They're gonna have to answer for that. The internet can't answer for it. The internet can't take no response. The viewership can't take responsibility in it. They're not. Because they really waiting for you to crack. Because if you could be an influencer, but the day that influencers start going down, y'all just seen something on IG earlier today with Ray J. And he talked about crashing out and what the people want to see and how they want to see
And
him.
that's how he
And,
controls the
they
algorithm.
stop booking me. They
That's how he
stop
get
doing
paid.
this. I don't get no playback. I don't get no feedback. But guess what happens? Now I ain't got to pay for advertisement because I could go out here and look like I'm crashing and they're going to post me. They're going to post me. They're
Yeah.
going to
And
post
that's
me.
why he
They gonna
do it.
post. He said, so
Remember I
now
said
I
that-
save money.
remember
But
I
every
said-
time
I
it's
said
named,
that-
that you
remember I
going to
said
get
that
paid.
last week.
But to go back, just piggyback off Alice, right? You said a
Don't
fake.
let that stuff influence, man, your
You said
decisions, what you do with
a,
your children. That's getting too far now.
You said a phase, right? I can honestly speak from a place of when we was growing up, right? And I think for like y'all was around all of us from the courts. That shit was obvious, right? But I can also say that with us, we had accepting parents. But I watched some of my friends who their parents wasn't accepting to, oh, you think you're gonna be gay? Not gonna happen. Like I don't watch some friends get kicked out the house when we was in high school because of all this shit, right? And sometimes it is a phase, right? You go through the phase and then it's like, okay, I tried it out. This is not what I want. Cool. Sometimes you trying it out and then it become what it become. I think from then to now, before it was a lot of you wasn't able to really do it. So then you start resenting your parent. Now in the world, it's very much more accepting when it's coming from parents with kids, whether it's a girl or whether it's a boy. You see it way more now, and you see the parents embrace them, right? And like for instance, my goddaughter, right? She had like a little party to go to like the middle of the year. And her mother called me because they looking for a dress. And my goddaughter was like, I don't want to wear a dress, I want to wear a suit. So I'm like, I hit the brakes on. It's female suits out here. So I went and found her a female suit. Is she a little tomboy? She is. But the conversation I had with her mother is, don't ever put her in a position where she feel like she can't come to you and talk to you about stuff. Because then she's going to resent you. It does, just because she's a tomboy now does not, for example, going to mean that she's going to end up like me. She wanted to wear a suit. I found her a female suit. But I think where it starts from the parents, because it's always, this is what you're not going to do. That, no matter what it is, that just make a kid want to do it more, number one. But number two, I feel like, just me because who I am and what I went through, yes, my mother was very accepting of it. But I feel like parents need to be open enough to have the conversation.
Was your mother-
Because you're going
was-
to turn to
was she-
resentment
was
if
she
done.
accepted of that, or was she
Accepted of
accepted
you.
of you?
Both.
Because you are you. You were what she birthed,
Right.
right? So
But it was the
it's like-
conversation that when it was noticeable. And like, did we have the conversation off bat? No, it was, I play basketball. I want to be in little boy clothes. And she went with it. Then it got to the point, it's like, okay, it's time to have a conversation. Like you saying, I love you. And if this what you want to do,
Yeah.
you're never going to stop being my child.
Yeah.
I'm going to accept you for who you are.
Yeah.
But I feel like kids don't always get that. And I watched that the most when I was coming up with my friends. Again, now in the
Yeah,
world,
yeah.
it's more
It's more
accepting to that.
accepted, yeah.
And I feel like in the question that I asked, I feel like it's going to either go one of two ways. Your parent going to accept you, and God forbid something happens to you, they're going to bury you how you was before you died. Or you have some situations where your parent accepted you for you was here, how you was, and it's like, okay, like he's saying, now it's time to bury my child, and I'm burying you how you was born. And right, and it's the parent's decision. I feel like you can't really say what's right or what's wrong, but a lot of
no right or
people,
wrong.
a lot of people
Everybody
basing
got
it off
different
of they was
opinion.
here this way, so bury them
Yeah.
this way.
And by
like I
him-
made
and
the
by him
joke
doing-
about the stud thing,
by him
right?
doing both is very
Right.
I commend him
So
for that.
right. So he's
because
still leaning into y'all.
He's still leaning. I don't think he's leaning.
Not
into
leaning,
them.
but-
I just feel like he's giving his son. Okay, this is how you are, and I understand. So I'm going to do
Your
this.
people can
this
see
way.
you that way.
Your people can see you this way, and you're going to leave this way. This baby going to do this for you. And this day we gonna do this the right way. And he's doing. I commend him for that. I commend him. You
But
get what I'm
I
saying?
really
But that's
never
a
saw
choice
a
he has to
stud
make.
die.
It's no right or wrong, or he's getting a backlash. There's no right or wrong.
No, for real, because they always say that, and it's like, yo,
No, I
if
never
a
seen a
stud,
stud die neither.
because when
Or
they die, their parents they bury them in dresses.
Oh, that's true. Let's go.
But I'm gonna be in the fitted.
Yeah, you gonna? I will make sure you in the fitted.
You don't gotta make sure. This is happening.
I'm gonna help Auntie shop.
This
But-
is happening.
Let's just
You
okay.
just
Let's
gotta
go.
Understand that you burying a person, not the lifestyle, man.
Yeah,
You burying a human being, not the lifestyle.
Right. Social media
I
has
can't even
ruined
ask them,
everything.
James, because I can't see. I'll get my glasses in a couple days though, y'all.
Oh, whatever. The next topic was, so we spoke on it last week with the conversation of Mano was invited to Max B Welcome Home party. He felt like he was rocking with Jim Jones, so he didn't go out of respect. Davies went, and Mano opened up the conversation for them to have the topic. And Davies basically said he checked in with Jim Jones, not checked in, but he had a conversation with Jim Jones before he went. Like, look, he had a relationship with Max B. He like, it was through jail, but he asked Jim Jones, like, how you gonna feel about this? Jim Jones said whatever he said, and Davies went. He said
What did he say, though?
he didn't. Davies didn't disclose what Jim Jones said. He just said he spoke to him. Jim Jones said what he said, and Davies was like that was cool for him, so he went. So he basically was like, he's not into choosing sides. He's not the type of person where it's like, I'm not about to figure out what y'all got going on. I asked you, you said what you said, and I went.
So a grown man asked a grown man, could he go somewhere?
I'm not doing that. I'm not picking a side though, because in all reality, just because you
Wait,
got beef with the
hold up,
nigga don't mean
but
I do.
This like you heard this, right? A grown man asked a grown man, can he go somewhere?
That's
Because he got a problem
That's
with
what
it.
everybody said.
But a grown man asked a grown man, can he go
Yeah,
somewhere?
I get that part too. Yeah.
But I feel like Mano only asked because it was like the conversation about
internet.
it. Right, the conversation about it last week, you was in it, and Mano, you chose not to go.
Yeah,
So-
but it was also the internet of Mano asked because the internet wanted to know.
I mean,
everybody's seen him.
we are all in situations where we are cool with people
That the
and
next person,
the person not cool with. As long as you don't do no
There's a lot
disloyal,
of
no
places I would
messy,
go.
or
Shawnee
no
ain't going.
right. It's as long as you don't do no disloyal, messy, wish-washy,
Yeah,
trying to play
shit,
both
yeah.
sides shit.
To where that's
Shit is
different,
cool.
yeah.
If Wu go fuck with somebody I don't fuck with, all right,
Nah, I ain't
bro.
doing that.
So let me ask you
but
this
shit
question.
shouldn't just come
I
back
ain't
my
doing
way
that.
that you was over there kicking my back in with them. Now that's some wild shit. But that's not happening. I'm not about to sit
Nah, if
here and
I
be
know
like,
them-
Wu, you on some bullshit. You
Yeah.
know I don't fuck with nobody. I fuck with no. Niggas grown at the end of the day. You my man. I love you. And I know how you operate. I'm not worried about you doing
We
that.
talk about people who in the industry, right? Like we talking about the music industry, multi-billion-dollar industry, right? And now they even incorporated the internet into that, right? You asked a grown man, could you? And a grown man said whatever he said. That another grown man on a platform outed you about going there.
And then I feel like everything Mano said after, I feel like everything Mano said after Davies' response was trying to put it in the sense of, oh, this is dope, and I respect that, we could do this, but at the same time throwing shots. Because he was saying little stuff like, when you my friend, we not just friends, this is a brotherhood, and when stuff...
Wait, so
when
while
stu-
this was all going on, what was Jim Jones saying? Nothing.
He ain't say nothing the whole fucking time. Faz spoke, Mano spoke, Davies spoke. Only thing he commented on was the joke when they said that being that Davies went, he's going to be kicked off the podcast. But the whole time, Jim Jones just sat there and he didn't say
Yeah,
shit.
they was gelling.
He sat there and ain't say
Yeah,
shit.
they was gelling.
They wasn't gelling.
He wasn't gonna kick him off the podcast.
No, that part was gelling.
Yeah.
But I feel like Mano was low-key throwing shots at the same time. Because he's saying, yo, this shit is dope how,
thought
I
they
think...
said women be messy.
Yeah, but it's all a part of the
Everybody-
algorithm, bro.
But you got,
It's for clicks.
that too.
They know what
but
they
think
doing.
about it. Everybody
Hey, Mo,
in this
if
life...
me and you have a conversation about something, right? And this conversation was between me and you. We get on. I come on y'all podcast, and then Al just start asking me about, yo, you did this. Like it's like, What conversation me and you had? Why we have a conversation? Man? If you was a person with the issue with the person,
Yeah.
right? Why we doing this?
Yeah. It's with the algorithm. They grown. They know what they doing.
Everybody
For
in
clicks.
this everybody in this
older than me.
world.
Yeah. They using it for the clicks and the algorithm and to get people, because it's basically like how we come on here and we talk about what's going on throughout like the week or what's going on social media. So basically they see what's going on social media. They see, so in order for you to get the clicks and in order for people to get to watch the show, you're going to ask these questions and really try to get down to the nitty gritty of it just to get the attention of the people. When in reality, it's really not a conversation y'all need to be having on that platform, because it's a serious conversation, because this is a motherfucker that y'all
And
know
these
I
people
really
that-
don't
hold on,
like.
but these
And y'all
people-
dragging it
these
out.
Y'all
people-
dragging it out.
These the people that's in position that can actually like help like people in their own community, though, right?
Yeah.
In other communities, right? All right, I'm just checking. And that's what's going on, though.
Yeah.
Because when you
what's
think
going
about it,
on.
everybody in this world fuck with somebody
That somebody
and
else don't.
don't fuck with.
Yeah.
And it's all about you just being loyal and not being messy in the shit.
Yeah,
Point
that's
blank,
all.
period. And if you my man's not loyal, I shouldn't even have to question your loyalty.
Nah, I ain't
Let's
gotta
be
ask
for
you a
real about it.
conversation about that.
I shouldn't have to ask you question none of the shit. And I should know, like, if that was to happen, I'm not worried about that.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
And can't nobody get these two individuals in a room together?
I think they could.
And just
Well, how-
and whatever
But they
happens,
No,
but
they
at
can't.
this point they gotta make
Wait.
money off it.
How they
Yeah,
how is
They may make
moving,
money off it.
Max B is willing to, Jim Jones is
Yeah,
not.
they gotta make money off it though.
So right now it's
They
just
capitalize. I
dragging
feel
the
like they
conversation out.
capitalizing off it. I would too. I mean, get the money.
Nigga, yo.
Get the money. So if you could,
They
what
gonna
that
get
what
money,
that say?
they
If
get
you
money
could,
either way.
yeah, either
Like,
way. But if you could,
Yeah, you reading the wrong
You
thing.
reading the wrong way.
oh my bad.
Should people get celebrated for coming home from prison? I gotta stop watching videos.
Seriously,
So
Al, you answer, and then we could go.
What's
to
his
the next
name?
question.
Mike Epps.
He said that.
okay, nah, I
You
mean,
seen what he said about that? Al?
no, I did, but just that whole thought process, because I did want to speak to you too about the whole epidemic of, you know, in order to be a real nigga, you gotta live a certain type of lifestyle, or you a real like. If you ain't never like I've heard it plenty of times, they say, yo, you ain't committing no crime. Like, nigga, you's a nobody, you ain't committing no crimes, nigga, you ain't no real nigga type shit. And I wanted to know your opinion on that. But I do understand the mindset of saying, hey, welcome home. You did that time, because like you said, I'm pretty sure you've done you've done time, and I'm pretty sure you've seen some guys come out the same way, not the same way that they went in. That time could break, like, no matter how much time you do, that shit could break a person.
No, they can. I've
So-
seen people break. I know people that break. People right here from Jersey City. I've known that have like oh man, I am bro, word. Like, oh man, like, nah, you gotta be kidding me. Whether they start taking medications, other people medication, getting in man-on-man relationships,
Sheesh.
Lord,
So,
hanging it up.
yeah,
Yo, man, like some people break, man.
right. So I can appreciate, you know, doing something for them. Like, hey, you did your time, you made it.
yeah.
Now, because a lot of times when guys come, like I see the young boys come home, I say to them, I'm like, bro, please tell me that was your last trip. You feel me? And a lot of times they say, yeah. So like that, my thing is like, yeah, do something for them, but don't make it seem like it's just a great accomplishment. Like we would celebrate a nigga graduating college too at the same time.
Nah.
You feel me?
I think
No, I think you should be celebrated because, like you said, everybody makes mistakes, bro.
For sure.
We all make mistakes.
Not too much.
I think you should be
but I
celebrated
think
for what
should
you
be-
come home and do.
See, it's the words again, y'all. It's the words. It's the words, bro.
I think you should be celebrated for what you come home and do.
Celebration, right? If a person was away from home, from their community, from their people, from their family, and then they come back, you welcome them or you celebrate them?
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
It's the words.
Okay, it's the words.
It's the words.
All right, so
It's the words.
all right,
man.
so it's
Yeah,
the
the
words.
words.
But some people get welcome and then get praised for a big stint that they just did.
Yeah.
Praised.
Yes, some that's the right word.
That's the right word. 'cause
That's
a
the
lot
right
of-
word.
A lot of niggas
Now-
are usually like, yo, you did that time like
Right.
a real nigga type.
Now
you feel
I
me?
can give you a perfect example of what I feel like, and it's because me and you are sitting in this room, and I feel like, well, you did like way more time than me, but I feel like in our situations when we did the time and came home and the things that we doing now, we should be praised and celebrated for that because we
Change.
changed, came out here and accomplished things that we probably
And help
didn't
your
think that we
community.
couldn't do, give back to the community, and giving out the information to people to not make the mistakes that we made.
All right, we still got to go into these words, right? so we still got praise. Now we got praised in there and celebrated, right?
But we
How
switching
about
the
so you
words. too.
home now, right?
Yeah.
So you was away, you came back. We ain't celebrate you, but we welcomed you, right? Mm-hmm. Now that you're back, you set goals for yourself, right? You got these standards and stuff, right? You achieved them things, right? Mm-hmm. So do we celebrate that or do we praise that?
We celebrate that.
We celebrate achievements, right? So we can move praise the way again. We gotta take that word out of it.
No, only reason why I said
Right.
praise was because, like what Al said, niggas will go do a bid.
I know,
And
but I understood it clearly.
Yeah.
But now we gonna put everything in its proper context, right? So you go away from somewhere, you come back. Soldiers go away and fight in wars, right? When they come back, the country does what?
Welcome them home.
Welcomes them.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would we celebrate a person coming home from prison if we only welcome soldiers coming back from war? Right?
Right.
Yeah.
So a person builds a pantry that feeds the homeless or whatsoever you, build a school that that's totally free for kids to come get an education, maybe trade school, whatever it is, charter school, whatever it is, but it's a place of education. They could come, they could acquire education or skill, right? The name on it is Shawnee's Creative Academy, right? Are we gonna praise that school or are we gonna celebrate that school,
We're gonna celebrate it.
right?
All
Why
right,
we-
all
we-
right. It's
we-
the words.
We not going.
All right, look.
We're not going. Hold up now, because now we going. I ain't gonna
look.
let you use praise again. We going. Hold
right,
up.
So
No,
we
it's the
we
words, but it's
yeah,
how
we-
the people that say the stuff and how the people act.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
let's
because it's
in
like
certain-
them stamping them with a badge of honor because of
The
what I'm
time
saying.
they did.
Not so having experienced a not so celebratory thing in your life. You feel me?
I don't want to be. I don't want to be praised or celebrated, right? For that.
Right.
I wanted to be welcome home. I came home. My family had a nice big dinner. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got like 50-something nieces and nephews, right? They all was there, probably the exception of maybe 2 of them, right? Because they was away, right? So I was welcomed. You understand what I'm saying? That was the proper thing to do. That was the right thing to do. It was the only thing to do. You wasn't supposed to praise it or celebrate it, right?
Right.
So now that I'm home, like I said, I came home and I went back in. So you celebrated me coming out for a short stint just to do the same thing over again? We celebrating that? Because once you celebrate it, you can't take it away.
Nah, right.
Right?
Right.
That's true.
What we praising and what we celebrating.
And
Yeah,
that's
this is what they saying,
Right.
but you can correct them. Excuse me, sir, man. Like, this ain't a celebration. This is a welcoming, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, welcome me. Don't celebrate the shit that I did.
Right? So what we gonna celebrate? Okay, Shawnee came home from her bed. Shawnee ain't no difference from one day in 100 years when you go away.
All right.
Ain't no difference. It ain't no difference, right? It ain't. I'm telling y'all, it ain't, because I've seen people crash in one day. I've seen people get to that 35-year mark and just be like, I can't do it no more. I only got like 7 left. Like, you know what I'm
Damn.
saying? Nah, ain't no
Damn.
damn. It's real. Word is born. Like no bullshit. So, Shawnee came out here. Shawnee became part of a nonprofit organization. Shawnee mentored the kids, right? Shawnee could educate people on how to do record expungements. Shawnee could tell people, show people, walk them down the path of becoming a registered voter, a gun owner, a gun carrier, all legally, right? Mm-hmm. So what we gonna do? We gonna welcome that, or we gonna celebrate that?
Gonna celebrate that.
Celebrate that.
Aight,
For sure.
right?
For sure.
Shawnee parts the Red Sea.
Oh, we praising that.
Huh?
We praising that, nigga.
Let's give praise to where praise is due, though. You know what I'm saying? Right?
Yes, sir.
Right?
That
We
nigga
could
parts the Red Sea.
talk fly all day.
For sure, yeah.
But if we gonna talk fly all day, we gotta understand, yo, our words, yo, become the misconception. But our words also becomes attractive. It also becomes like, you know, it's a fad now with shit. You know what I'm saying? And like just to say shit
right.
though.
You was right. It was the words.
We ain't praising
But it's all, I feel like
we
it's
ain't
also about
praising that.
no. I mean, because I went through it, I think it just
He
becomes.
came home, but do we know what he did in the pen? He came home, but do we know how he really holding up mentally?
I feel like it becomes
him.
more of being that, you know, we went through it. It becomes more of what do you come home to do?
What you gonna do with it?
Right. And perfect example is us two sitting here.
There
You
you go.
with your certifications, your trucking business, and me with everything that you just named. What do you come home and do? And that makes all the difference.
That makes all the difference. You can have a celebration. You can have a celebration for just about anything. But you can't praise a person for nah, we ain't doing that. Like, you ain't in no scripture, you ain't in no ayahs, you ain't in nah.
But
You gotta stop, because these words heightens the occasion. And we can take something where the occasion really isn't that high on the totem pole and say we gonna praise it.
right.
We gonna welcome it. So when you welcoming somebody home coming from prison, it's because you happy to have that person back.
Right.
Right? Some people go to prison for things that the other side can't get back. So we can't praise that and we can't celebrate that neither and shit though.
Right.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
so it's good to have this conversation, like you said. Like we get caught up on the words, because a lot of times, from me and Shawnee's perspective, or maybe even Wu's perspective, we do see it as a celebratory thing. Like, yo, like, come on, bro, like we get it, welcome home. But like a lot of times,
Now
like
what?
we do see it like niggas go away and come home and get celebrated.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Right.
But when we
Multiple times.
obviously when we have this conversation, we gain a new and better perspective. So now we understand it better.
Appreciate
Like not
you.
necessarily celebrating them, but more so welcoming them
We gonna
home.
welcome them.
It's
For
always,
sure.
it's
You know
You know what
always
I'm saying?
him.
And if we welcome them, and if we felt that so supportive of him, when we welcome him, let's offer him something. Let's offer him a path to not go backwards.
Right.
For sure.
What do you come
100%.
home? It goes back to now what you gonna come home and do. That's
There you go.
what makes all the difference.
There we go. Because we got to make sure that, like we welcoming the right shit. You know what I'm saying? You welcomed me into your studio.
Right.
You ain't celebrate me for coming here. You ain't praise me for coming here. It's right there
I'm
in our
happy
face.
you came though.
It's right there in our face.
I'm happy you came though.
You know what makes me happy though? Like, so technically it was a fire about a year ago on Union, right? Mm-hmm. And I had to go in my mode. You know what I'm saying?
I remember that.
Remember?
Yeah.
I said, why they got that gate locked, man? They gotta get that gate unlocked, man. These
Right.
people need a way to get out of here, man. But I'm running the senior citizen building, get a fire extinguisher and everything. Like, I'm trying to go in there. Yeah, this is real talk though, right? So I'm like, do I want to be praised for that? No. Do I want to be celebrated for that? No. Do I want to be welcomed for that? No. I'm just saying, like, yo, let's do right.
Yeah.
Everything ain't to be celebrated. Everything ain't praiseworthy.
For sure.
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
100%.
I always say
And
y'all-
everybody's
a lot
not
of y'all
welcome.
Yeah. Y'all just a bunch of humble motherfuckers, man.
Cool.
And you know what's crazy? We talked a while ago when when they said they wanted to have a conversation with you, they said they was like planning on bringing you on board. And I was like, oh, that'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? And because they had, I guess prior to you and Shawnee making a friendship now, and I told him, I'm like, yo, like I know Will, but we never really like spoke.
Yeah.
We've been around each other, but we never really had like conversations and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like even in this now, like I'm growing in appreciation. Like I've grown to like the, welcome conversations from people. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, we from the same place pretty much.
Yeah.
And like we just never really had a conversation.
Yeah.
You know me?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It's
That's
not
funny.
It's not funny.
You don't think so?
You want to know why it ain't funny?
Why? Tell me why it ain't funny.
Because I ain't need to talk to you. I ain't need to shake your hand.
Right.
I ain't need to acknowledge you to know that you from where I'm from.
Right.
And when I was doing what I was doing, moving how I was doing, nobody could fuck with you. Because you're part of my community still and shit, though.
For sure.
I patrolled my neighborhood back in the days. Because Miss Sweeney, Miss Williams, Miss Brown, they all said, that boy outside don't go like this. Like, you know when he comes, like, they going, he got, but he ain't gonna let nobody fuck with, nah.
Nah, it's a fact. But at the same time, like niggas, like you know what I mean. Like you would expect, like, because we've been a part of the same community for so long. You in a way, yeah, but like still, like for us to never interact. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm saying it's funny because it's like
y'all two would like how me and Wu have conversations with you, and we always say like, yo, your intellect to me is crazy. And I feel like every time we have a conversation, it's a
It's a
deep
good
conversation. I
yeah.
walk away with something.
Yeah.
And we was
That's
telling
what Al
Al
was saying,
last
too.
week, like, you and Will need to talk.
Yeah.
Because of y'all mindsets. Y'all have a conversation and look what we did.
Yeah.
Nah, it's dope though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like
that's
I knew
dope.
how I like, but not to be mistaken. I knew how my neighborhood viewed me. I knew how the people in the neighborhood viewed me. I knew how they viewed the other guys too. You know what I'm saying? Like it was cool. It's a bunch of other people in the neighborhood that was on the separate path. You know what I'm saying? Like why would the guy in the neighborhood that's inspired to be, I don't know, the mayor one day be hanging out with the guys that's smoking dust, selling dope? It don't make sense.
right, but I was not the dust smoker people.
No. It's like analogy though, right? Like so, you got people when they propositions though. It's the word though. But I said, why would
Yeah,
this person
we
be
fuck
with them people?
Right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could be from the same neighborhood all day, every day.
Yeah.
But why would he be hanging out with the drillers, like
Yeah.
what they call them now, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Why would he be hanging out with the niggas that's pitching? Why would he be hanging out with the dust heads? Why would he be playing? Well, wait, he gotta go to work tomorrow, man. Like, y'all, no, something on fire. Well, he shit. They throwing up Boom Farm and Mad Dog 2020 and shit. Like what the fuck? Like it don't make sense though.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you that though. Like you like some of the younger guys in the neighborhood. That I don't like calling nobody little bros and all that shit like that. Like we know everybody in our neighborhood by names, but I don't know anybody what their name is. So I'll just say other brothers from the neighborhood though that was strictly going to school. It's like, yo, they just go to school. They hang out, but like, yo, we about to jump in this car. Like, I should go up the street for the next, like, we don't know who might come back around here, whatever.
See, y'all was doing that. They don't do that now.
Just slide.
They don't do that now. They go do
I think
something
we
and
was
come
a-
right back and say what's up and chill.
Nah, like that was
yo.
that's
It's
wild.
terrible, yo.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
It's wild.
no.
wild.
Like why would we throw Shawnee in the car? No, it's like 4 straps in here, 3 niggas, and like, motherfuckers is out of their mind right now. Like, why? Why?
They'll do it now,
Shawnee
though.
doing what she doing. We know where Shawnee from. We know where Al from. We know where Wu from. We know where Will from. Like, yo, but Wu them niggas been wilding lately, yo. Like, so I'm just like, no, Al, get away from there. Get away from there. You can come to the cookout. You know what I'm saying? We talk to this nigga. We're talking Robin Health over cookout in the summertime. We gonna go around there. Then we gonna wait for Top 10 and wait block party. And then we'll see him at the block party. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah.
Yeah.
Nah, but that's how it was though.
That's how it was. Structure.
That's how it was, though.
Right, for sure. That's a good word for
The
it.
structure. But even
was structure.
even though it was a lot of violence, it was a lot of structure.
It
and
wasn't
was
a lot of violence.
A lot of violence.
It was a good
But
amount.
One thing I could say about when I moved, because I'm not originally from up there, I'm from downtown. But when I moved on the hill, how people treated me and how they viewed me definitely made me into the person I am today, because it was a lot of structure. And I could say that, and I'm living proof of that, because at certain times, like, I had a lot of my friends that were doing things and that was doing a lot of stuff, but they wouldn't allow me to partake in those type of things. Like, it was times to where during the basketball season, like, I couldn't be on the block at a certain time. Certain time, nigga, they was making me go in the house. I couldn't smoke a cigarette. If they caught me, they was grabbing my shit, stomping it out. I couldn't hustle. You know what I mean? I couldn't do a lot of things that the other niggas was doing because it was structured to where niggas looked at me a certain type of way. Even if I'm at the game one day, I ain't gonna say names, niggas gave me a ride home. They seen somebody, you know what they did? Pull over. Yo, get out, you gotta walk from here. Nigga, you crazy? It's about 15 blocks. I'm not walking from here.
The real way was to
But-
know, like,
Yo,
you ain't getting in this car anyway.
Yeah, we about to do da-da-da. You gotta walk, bro. We ain't even about to put you in that situation. So it was a lot of structure and a lot of, you know what I'm saying, even though it was a lot of violence, it still was structure and niggas really cared about, you know what I mean, the young niggas that was coming up and didn't want them to be in the situation that they was in. We don't have that now.
Right, for sure.
Don't have that. You get what I'm saying? You don't have that at all. You don't have no structure. You don't have no guidance. You don't have no. They just out there.
I think we probably was like the last generation.
I think it was.
for
We
that.
was the last generation of that had the structure from
I ain't
y'all.
gonna hold you. I've been hearing that a whole lot.
We was the last generation.
And
of
a
that,
lot
bro.
and we had the principles, the morals, the respect. These little
To have
motherfuckers
for
now,
y'all.
they don't have any of that.
Any of that.
And that's a lot of things that, like with the mentoring that I do, I relate to them of like you, the question Al asked you. Like I tell them like, yo, that shit y'all doing now, I did that, been there, done that. And what you gonna get out of it, telling you don't want to go down that road. And I don't care how tough they at. I done seen these little niggas go do the wildest shit. But then when I gotta go to court with them,
Yeah, they boo
you
hoo.
Shawnee, you told the judge. Oh, you don't want to get locked up. But I tell them all the time, like, yo, y'all don't have principles, morals, or respect. Y'all don't have the least amount of respect of if you sitting on the porch and the elderly lady come with her shopping
Get
cart,
up, help
you
her,
help
nothing,
her
yo.
up the steps in her house with that.
Nah,
Y'all
it
just they
ain't
don't got
gotta
none
be
of
the
that
elderly
shit.
lady now. It could be
Anybody.
the lady with the 4-year-old daughter.
Sure,
They
yeah.
ain't gonna move.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Ain't
saying.
no
They
move,
don't-
yo.
and I
None of
tell
that,
them all the
dog.
time, y'all missing so much of what we had, and that's why the generation is the way it is. And they're hard headed. They don't want to listen to you for real.
And they
You
followers.
you think you don't tell me what the fuck to do. You think, nigga, I'm not just speaking just to be fucking wasting
Yeah.
saliva. I'm telling you this shit because I don't went through it.
Yeah. It was structure though. Niggas would.
Sometimes people.
It
doing
was
crash
certain time,
courses,
nigga,
man.
it get dark. Like I'm around and yo, what you doing?
Niggas
Man,
couldn't
I ain't
skip-
trying to hit nothing. I'm outside.
niggas couldn't skip school
Niggas
for
was
real.
grabbing me like, bro, we ain't really beat on you out here. Get this thing. You got school tomorrow. You got a game tomorrow. What is you doing?
But y'all ever really like get that? A lot of them ain't really out here to be like gangsters and
Yeah.
shit like that. Like
I wasn't.
some of them just out here just looking the part.
Yeah, I wasn't.
absolutely.
I was in Chuck E. Cheese yesterday with my daughter, right? We down there probably like good 3 hours. And in the backside where they party at and stuff. So I noticed the kid, like my mind always go like to places when I see certain things. But I'm like, I see the two little young dudes walking in and shit. But I'm like, dude, hoodied up, got the shiesty on, you can't see nothing. And I'm like, yo, we in Chuck E. Cheese.
They don't give a
Not saying
fuck.
it can't go down in Chuck E. Cheese, but nigga, you holding the bag with balloons tied to the handle, like. And it was funny, right? Because you know, I got my baby be 2 next month, right? So she running her little self around, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, man, I gotta say something to this little dude, because this don't make no sense.
Yeah.
But then I hear a female voice like, Darrell. you got ops. Like, what the fuck is this shit on your face? And I'm like,
Darrell.
But now you got the braces, you got the thick ass glasses and everything, right? And I'm like, Darrell out here tripping right now, right? But in my mind, I'm like, but what if he do got him?
Yeah. What if he do?
He
got
gonna
him?
see him
and
right
he ain't
here
even.
in
And you know
Chuck
what's
E.
crazy?
Cheese.
9 out of 10 times he don't even got him out of him doing it. He just around the wrong people.
We don't know what I don't know what to do
Yeah.
at though, but I just was like, damn, like, yo, this crazy, but like it's society though. Because you just walked into somebody established, shiesty down with 100 kids that's no higher than 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
And y'all ain't stop them at the door like, "Sir,
Face mask.
get
Right.
that up off of here. It's babies in
You in
here.
here with 2 and 3 year olds.
He probably about 13, 14.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He probably here because they made him come. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Most
it looked
likely.
it was a family back there. They all looked
Yeah,
happy
most
and
likely.
everything. Like, they celebrating another little kid birthday.
Yeah.
I think it was like their 4th birthday and everything. Like, so if the people who in these establishments that's out to gain money ain't saying nothing, what we think the people in the neighborhood gonna do? And we don't get nothing from it.
Yeah.
They
I
don't
know
get
we
nothing
do.
from it.
I got them trained before they even come in the store. They be like, "Well, "Big bro,
I remember the last time the last day of that shit, and I was like, I was on it. I'm like,
you seen little brother?
bro,
My bad, bro.
Get that, like,
Yeah,
And
my
they sit
bad,
there and
bro.
do this. Come on, bro,
Come
you
on,
blowing
bro.
my
Come
shit.
on,
Like,
bro.
nigga, show your
They
face.
just doing it to be cool.
You want Entourage, Black and Mild, show your face.
Yeah.
like it's just like
You ain't
I'm
never.
saying.
They got a different type of immune system though.
Cause they
In the
just-
fucking summertime, they got the
shiesty
sweatsuit on with the
Summertime.
shiesty. Niggas, y'all crazy? Y'all
And the
ain't hot.
coat.
I'm mad if the sink water too hot. Like, I'm like,
Like y'all
I'm
not
like,
fucking hot. I know
nah.
y'all sweating bullets. It be 95 degrees. You got a sweatsuit on with a
With a
shiesty.
shiesty.
Just
Yeah,
walking around
just
like
walking
that though.
around.
You're not even doing nothing.
I'm
For
saying,
real.
need a change though, man. Surely you in a position to where you can just
Don't
start.
change,
you know what I'm saying? And when you gonna get the billboard so I can put it on the truck though, like you got
was supposed to give me the
you got
measurements.
I told you it's a whole truck. It's big.
And
It's
then
just-
what you say after that? We was in
Measurements.
Nick's. You was like, I'm gonna get the measurements.
Let's go get the measurements, man. Episode 28, Shawnee Talks podcast.
Hold on.
This is a great episode.
We gotta get a quote.
yeah, it was a great episode,
you can
man.
make it about the size of
We
this
got the
thing here, a little
motivational-
bit
we're gonna have the
bigger.
motivational
Man.
quote. You got a
It's
question
whole
before we-
truck. You first one on there.
I
Yeah.
got you.
You know what I'm
Huh?
saying?
You said Al got a question?
No.
He asked me if I had
Ask
a
him.
question.
Oh.
I got a question.
What's your question, Will?
Who your question for?
My question for Shawnee and Woo, man.
Okay.
Y'all on episode 28.
Yes.
Do you just gonna keep going, or do you got like a like something set in stone that you want to reach, what you want to grow into? But like what is y'all ultimate goal with this as a podcast? Because people sit here, we learning y'all personalities, man. We see that y'all can be charming, y'all can be humorous, y'all can do everything. But like, where y'all gonna take the people to next though? Uh-oh. The interview
we
just
we
became
working
the
on some things,
interviewer.
man. The Shawnee Talk podcast, Union Street podcast. We working on some things that we gonna give people more of an insight what we got going on a daily.
Behind
I-
the scenes.
Behind the scenes stuff. We got an event coming up to where we going out with our boss. He gonna take us to New York. We gonna do some. We gonna do some. Some R&B. We gonna do some behind the scenes of that. We gonna do a lot more. We gonna touch a lot of things, and our ultimate goal is to reach a place and a platform where we can feed our families, man. Feed our families, give back to the community, and hopefully we could help other people in our community, because we basically, not saying the only, but we the most consistent podcast that we do have in the city. And just like you said, we have personalities. We got a lot of things coming in the new year, man.
I feel like
We working on ourselves. Yeah.
everything Wu said, but like for me, the podcast is like the sky's the limit.
It
So
is.
I feel like the number one thing that we supposed to have doing this is consistency. But the highest and the furthest that we could go, even with us setting goals for ourselves, we knock them down, we set more. So it's like, yeah, eventually you want to get to the point where, we are feeding our families and have the income. But I think the most important thing is to be able to continue to put ourselves out there and become one of the biggest podcasts where we being talked about in articles and having brand deals and sponsorships and just being able for people to be able to tune in, that we have that audience where we're funny, they learn from us, and maybe one day we have a live show.
Yeah.
Or we start traveling with
Start
it.
traveling with
It's like it ain't, and I just don't want to be
I like how y'all
still
followed
stuck
Young
right
Boy
here.
went to his movie premiere.
Oh yeah,
that
we
was
did
dope.
it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
The
felt
boss.
that
What you,
one
what
right
you,
there.
what's,
That
what's,
one,
what's
that
your
was
what's your
real
answer to
dope.
that, Al? What you got going? What you think? What's our
He about to beat your ass.
boss
For y'all.
For us,
So
because we take it. We all one.
what I want to create, what I hope we all are striving to create is a all inclusive, all expansive experience. People come to find out like, what does Shawnee think? Because we live in a consumer based world. You feel me? So like a lot of times like I want people to really gravitate towards like what Wu would say. Like how would Wu respond to this? What does Wu think? What does Shawnee find to be? What's her perspective? What's her thought process as it pertains to certain stuff? I want us to be just that platform that people go to find out what's happening, what's important. You know what I'm saying? Like to care about our response, care about the conversations we have. You know what I'm saying? That's more the biggest part of it for me. You know what I'm saying? To deliver a message, to educate, like she said, educate, to inform, to entertain and stuff like that. But more importantly, just to be that voice that people go to be like, yo, like, I need to know what Shawnee thinks about this because I respect Shawnee's opinion on this. You know what I mean? Like just along those lines. And then eventually, like I said, all expansive, like we just venture out into a day in the life behind the scenes and, just somewhere somebody could go to get all the entertainment that they consume in a day type shit. You know what I'm saying? They want to see what people think, what people have to say, where people go. Like, what does Shawnee do for fun? What does Wu do for fun? How would Al respond to something in this situation? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's important. I think that's going to be important for a long time to come.
Yeah, but I appreciate it. I do the viewings though. Like sometimes I get 2 or 3 episodes behind, but I'll be at a truck stop somewhere and be like, let's play. And I'll start texting you like, yo, Wu said,
His niggas see me, he always be like, bro, I heard what you said. You said that. Bro, they on you.
I'm like, oh man, this is dope though.
You always in tune, man. So like most of I think you one of the first people that we had on that's really like not the first, but I think you more in tune with what we have going on. You give us feedback, positive, negative, not so much negative, but you also give us game and just constructive criticism and let us know what we can do and woo, you shouldn't say that like that next time, you know what I'm saying? Because they on you. You get what I'm saying? Just being in tune with us and just giving us that, you know what I mean? I thought I did get stuck today because, I'm usually wilding, but I always get caught up in you talking. I always, listen because you definitely know how to, like you said, I never knew, I would have never knew that you didn't know how to, express yourself or talk. Being that how you talk now, I would have never guessed that. So we learned some new things about you today, but we want to give you your flowers and we got to be careful with words. So I ain't going to say celebrate, praise, or whatever like that. But, you know what I'm saying? But we definitely appreciate you for coming on, brother. You know that, you know how, you know what I mean? We respect you. You know what I mean? At some point, I look up to you. You get what I'm saying? Anytime you try to talk to me, I stop whatever I'm doing. Last time, I missed the whole situation talking to you for 2 hours, but it was worth it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I'm doing, I stop, I listen, and what you gave me that day has me on the path that I'm on now, and I'm continuing to be on that path, and it's working out for me, and I appreciate you for that. And I guess this episode is going to be, changing the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? We want people to understand that.
I
You know what I'm
beat you
saying?
to
So
it.
we're going to go out with our motivational quote.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
You got a motivational
Don't steal my
quote.
shit.
Nigga, I wrote down change the algorithm for the topic of the episode.
Nah, I love and respect y'all too, man. And I just want to see y'all get as big as y'all possibly can get, man.
I believe that.
Appreciate
You always
that.
tell us that.
Podcast, Union Street podcast, because I watch yours too.
Word, bro.
I don't want to leave Big Al out though.
Nah,
but
I
I
appreciate
watch though. It's homegrown though,
For sure.
So like, how can I be in tune if I'm not in tune? You know what I'm saying?
Word. I appreciate that, bro.
Y'all keep it cooking, man.
Absolutely.
So, the motivational quote for this episode is, evolve so much that people have to get to know you all over again.
I like that. I like that.
Y'all get it, got it good?
Get it, got it good. It's episode 28, baby.
Episode 28, and we're off.
Still don't know what Wu did with the cat.
I answered that.
They gonna fuck you up for that
They
cat.
still talking about that shit, man.
They